Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
Welcome, everybody, to the latest edition of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. It's a Bull and Fox edition.
Hey!
And Tyvis will join us shortly on his long journey from Columbus. He's not here yet, but he should be here in the next couple of minutes. We've got Mike and Steve on the other side of the glass. A lot to get to today. Obviously, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the Browns' first preseason game, which is coming up tomorrow. The attempts, the reps that Shedeur and the others got in this scrimmage with the Panthers. There's Tyvis pulling in with the honking horn.
He's arrived.
So a lot to get to. We will talk more about the Gavin Williams thing later in this hour. I did want to say that I thought it was, first of all, and I'll get into more detail later, I thought this was a huge start for the Guardians and a huge start for the career of Gavin Williams. And if he does what I've been expecting him to do for about a year now and he becomes an ace, we're going to point back to this game. Because it wasn't just that he had a no-hitter into the ninth inning. There was something else to what he did that really stood out to me in his progression as a pitcher, and we'll get to that later. Also, Juan Soto, like standing there showboating his home run. I get he broke up the no-hitter. Okay, if I was being no-hit, I'd want to break it up too. I get that. But to stand there showboating, here comes Tyvis running in. To stand there showboating when all you did was break up the no-hitter, it wasn't leading most likely, and it didn't, to the Mets winning the game.
No.
And they're about to get swept in a 3-game set, and you're standing there watching that home run. That is so embarrassing. Part of the many reasons why I think his contract is going to age very poorly for the Mets.
I mean, I don't really love Juan Soto, but I mean, in that moment, I think if you hit that home run and you break up a no-hitter, I mean, it's got to feel pretty good, no?
I hear you, but I'm not showboating a home run unless it helps my team win the game. That's how I feel.
I got no problem. It wasn't a blowout. I mean, it was a 4-run game, and he hits a home run.
Yeah.
There's still two.
It was one
out, right?
Yeah, so, nobody on.
So it's
a 4-1
game. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not standing there watching it, Tyvis.
He should have rocked the baby. No, just
yeah.
No, I agree with you on this one. I mean, you're down 4-1 or 4-0. You hit the home run. Just take the base.
Yeah, right.
If anything, he should be upset at the fact that, 1, he should have did it earlier in the game.
Yeah.
2, he should have had somebody on base when this happened. Maybe it could have been something there. But at the end of the game, you lost. You got 2 more outs until the game's over with.
I know. You didn't really do that much. I mean, listen, I'm a little curmudgeon-y when it comes to celebrating. I think there's too much celebrating in sports, in my opinion. But I'm okay with some celebrating, especially if it's a big moment in the game. You know, it leads to you tying a game, it leads to you winning a game. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But, like, I just felt that was all about me and not about the team in that situation. And I like players that are about the team and not about themselves
so
only.
When Josh Naylor rocked the baby on the Yankees, you didn't like that?
No, that was a big moment in that game.
Exactly,
it was.
But you don't like showboating. So
in general, I don't, but I'm okay with it. And I acknowledge that the younger generation is more into that kind of behavior, and I have to, like, who cares that I'm a curmudgeon about it? But I actually didn't have a problem with that. Now, if you do it, you better back it up because obviously the Yankees took offense to that.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning the series. But I don't have a problem celebrating a big moment. Not at all. I don't have a problem showboating in a big moment. But when you're, dancing in preseason practice or you're standing there watching a home run when you're losing 4-0, to me that's look at me, and not about the team. When you're showboating and celebrating in a big moment, okay, that's a big moment. You won the game. You tied the game. You had a big interception. You scored a big touchdown that's going to help my team win.
Are you like the big moment magistrate?
I'm not. I'm just giving you my opinion. So ultimately, guys can do whatever the hell they want.
Let me ask you this.
I wouldn't fine anybody for any of that stuff. I think fines are stupid.
I got one for you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, an undrafted rookie.
Yeah.
Is in a preseason game.
Yeah.
makes a big play, but the score is 56-0, but he gets a big-time interception.
Yeah.
Can he celebrate?
I mean, he could do whatever he wants. I don't get to decide, but I think to me that's embarrassing. But I get what you're saying. It is a kind of a unique circumstance.
Like the circumstances.
The score of the game's irrelevant in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, does that mean anything? Does that mean he's making the team if he has an interception?
It might lead to him making a team.
I guess. All right. Well, I guess if you're an undrafted rookie, I can give you a pass. But ultimately,
order in the court.
It could be their one-shot goal.
As I said, it could be their only moment, like in the
that's
NFL.
true. Fair enough. All right.
Jeez,
Go ahead, Mike. What was that?
Well, I was thinking back to when Victor Cruz was an undrafted free agent for the Giants and had that monster preseason, went on to have a really successful NFL career. He did the salsa dance on his first touchdown that became his famous touchdown celebration, and that came.
It was in the preseason
Yeah.
against the Jets, right?
Sorry, I got a weird text.
What happened?
Right?
Mike, what are you,
right?
Jason?
I got a weird text from someone I did not expect to get a text.
He had a seizure
that was a very
mid-show.
odd text. I apologize. When the number pops up that you don't expect to text you,
Okay.
it's someone.
Was it an ex-girlfriend or something? Like what
No,
happened?
it's someone in the NBA who doesn't ever text me.
A player?
I'm not going to get into this right now.
All right,
but
tell us off the edge.
It's like, tell us all the info.
Well, he's the one who got distracted by it.
I know, and then you played 50 questions with
my
this.
phone sits right here, so when that name pops up on my thing, I'm like,
I was a little
why
bit
the
surprised. All right,
hell
so
are
it's
you
got to be a
talking?
player then.
So he did the salsa dance in a preseason game. He ended up scoring 3 touchdowns that game. He ended up salsa dancing 3 times. Mike Francesa the next day on the radio
Killed him.
was like, why is he salsa dancing? And you know what? Victor Cruz had the last laugh on that one.
Did he? I mean, who had
He had a great career.
Well, Mike Francesa, I would argue, has had a much better career than Victor Cruz did.
Do you want to argue everything today? I mean,
What's wrong with
Are
you?
you going to
Francesa
argue
has
that
had a
Victor
better
Cruz had a
career.
better football career than Mike Francesa?
No,
had a
but
better
but that's not the
but
point.
Mike Francesa's a legend. Victor Cruz was an undrafted receiver
I
from
hear ya.
UMass.
Well, but Mike said he had the last laugh. I disagree with that.
He made the team.
By the way,
paid by the Giants.
I'll tell you one thing.
What did he say?
Didn't he get paid? By the
Yes.
Who made more money?
That's what I was about
Mike
to say.
definitely.
Definitely.
I bet you
think?
Francesa.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
By a lot.
I don't know. I don't know what his
How
contract
much did
was.
Victor Cruz make in his career?
By 30 million.
Victor Cruz. Oh, Dustin, you are spot on. $29.9 million.
Oh, Mike's made more than that in his career.
Yeah, Francesa's made more.
Definitely.
Because he's making 5 a year, right?
I don't know how much he's now.
He was.
I don't know how much. He's not making that much now, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly how much he's making, but I don't think it's that much. But by the way, speaking of Mike, did you guys see the video that they just did?
Francesa?
Yeah. Have you seen this?
The Giants and Giants one?
Yeah. So I knew about it before it came out. I could have broken the news on it, but I was sworn to secrecy.
This was
not that anybody here
You knew they were
cares,
doing
but-
it?
What's that?
This was like a 10-year running joke, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew they would do it.
I don't know all the details about it.
So-
I know that this went down, though.
So here's the deal. And it was funny. You should go watch it. I mean, I guess if you don't get the reference, it might not be that funny to you. When Mike was still doing his radio show, now he does the podcast on the same network we work on. But when he was doing his radio show still in New York, somebody called him one day, just a random caller, and was like...
Such a good story. This is such a good story.
And he goes, hey, Mike, do you think when the San Francisco Giants come to New York that they get together with the New York Giants? And Mike's like, what? What are you talking about? You know, like, he's like, well, they're both the Giants, so when, you know, do they have a meeting? Do they do this? Blah, blah, blah.
Because do you think they grab lunch?
Yeah, he asked if they grab lunch,
I think they grab lunch together.
So Mike is like, you're an idiot.
Probably
That's the stupidest call ever. By the way, some people have described that as a prank call. If you listen to the original call, that guy was not pranking.
That guy was being
He was
dead-
seriously asking that question.
Well,
he thought there was something real.
After the video they remade,
Yeah.
they asked the guy, they brought him back on the fan, and he was pissed off about the remake.
Right.
Because he didn't find it funny. He
Right,
was
because
still
he
embarrassed.
wasn't pranking.
No, he was embarrassed from the first call that it's
Right,
now
because he
getting brought
found it
back
sounded
up.
like an idiot the
Yeah.
first time. So
Francesa's like,
this
you
has
think
been
we're
something. If you listen to the fan in New York, if you're a Francesa fan, which a lot of people in New York are, even if you don't like him, he's loved and hated, but a lot of people listen to him. And so this call, there's a Twitter handle called Funhouse where they play a lot of clips of Francesa, Mad Dog Russo, and Colin Cowherd for whatever reason. So he is often
it's like a freezing cold takes for those two shows.
Yes. And so he has often replayed that clip because it's very funny. Well, all these years later, Eli Manning, I'll tell you how it came about because Mike's producer is a friend of mine, Brian Monzo. He also is the executive producer of my show. He goes, all of a sudden, Eli Manning asked Mike to be involved in what they were going to do. And Mike's good friends with Eli, so he agreed to do it. And I thought it was good that Mike did this because he shows some levity. And so there's a video now out there where it starts where there's Eli Manning and Sean O'Hara, former Giants offensive lineman, sitting at a table in a meeting room with two players from the San Francisco Giants. It's Logan Webb. I can't remember who the second player, but it's two current players from the Giants. And there's signs up in the wall saying Giants meet up, blah, blah, blah. And you see Francesa walking down the hallway. He opens the door. Everything stops in the room. And Mike's like, they really do meet. You got to watch the video. It's funny. Actually, one of the Barstool guys, I can't think of his name, who's a big Mike fan.
KFC.
KFC. He did a little video giving you the backstory. Yeah, it's really good. And good for Mike because Mike takes things very seriously, but he was lighthearted about that. It was very funny.
I gotta go watch it now. This on Twitter?
It is worth it, but you have to see the initial
it's on Twitter?
call.
I'm sure you can find it on Twitter.
Yeah. It's on Twitter, but Tyvis, you have to watch the initial call.
You got to watch the initial call because Mike is going on and on in the initial call about how stupid this is, which of course it is.
The guy is serious.
And he's like,
when the Texas Rangers come to New York, they get lunch with the New York.
I think he said something like, maybe the Rangers and Rangers will have a picnic together.
It was funny, worth it. But we got a jam-packed show. Let's dive into our first topic. We got preseason football tomorrow night, guys, and fantasy football is starting back up soon. If you're playing fantasy football, you should be using the Yahoo Fantasy app. You can fire up the group chat, get your draft boards ready, and buckle up for a season filled with breakouts, busts, and all the overreactions we live for. It's all going down on Yahoo Fantasy. This year, the UCSS Fantasy League is moving back to the Yahoo Fantasy app. To celebrate 28 years of fantasy greatness, Yahoo Fantasy is dropping 28 big new features over 28 days, giving you more ways to play, more ways to draft, and more ways to win it all. It all begins on August 4th. Stay tuned and stay created by joining a fantasy football league at yahoofantasy.com/lockdown. That is yahoofantasy.com/lockdown. And let's make this fantasy season the best one yet.
So I don't think Dustin hates fantasy football.
It's the worst.
He got conned into playing with some guys in Canton a number of years ago.
And was in that league for a decade.
Yeah. But you're out, so you're not going to be in the fantasy league.
Hell no.
You know who we should ask before we go to the fans? Now that he's a regular contributor to the show, we should ask Zach Jackson.
We should ask Zach. That's a great call. And Anthony's in. So I talked to Anthony.
All right, so let's ask Zach, and then we'll get fans to fill out the rest of the spots.
And we'll announce how we'll get fans involved.
Yeah.
And I talked to Sam last night. I talked to Butters. We're going to let two new guys get in, but we're going to open it up. It'll be a fair random draw.
I'd split a team with you if you wanted to do that again.
No, I ain't splitting. I'm two out of the last 3 years champions.
I'll invest. I'll be a silent investor.
We've been doing this for 3 years.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get into fantasy later.
Silent investment. I like it.
We have a preseason football game tomorrow night. We know who will be the starting quarterback for the Browns when they take on the Carolina Panthers Friday night. That will be Shedeur Sanders. But yesterday in the joint practice, there was some hullabaloo about how the quarterback reps were divvied up. Flacco did get the majority of the reps in the team drills, but Sanders, Pickett, Gabriel, and Huntley also divvied up. Steve, don't take that tag board. Don't take that tag board, please, just because it's there. You're supposed to take it. It gets cut off. It's a tag board issue. It's not a you issue. See how it gets cut off in the middle of it? Because tag board sucks. It all got divvied up. Sanders did not get as many reps with the ones and the twos as we all thought he would yesterday on the Show Bowl. We had a tweet from Zach Jackson saying, even Allen Iverson would say this could be an important practice. And I'm curious because I know you had Zach on your podcast this morning. Dustin, you talk to Zach all the time. And Tyvis, you've been through these joint practices. Do you think they handled the rep division? Is that the right way to phrase it?
Distribution.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How about either one?
Distribution properly yesterday, considering Sanders is getting the start on Friday night.
I looked at it as if the season was to start today, Joe Flacco would be the starting quarterback.
Correct.
So I told y'all, joint practices is where you get to see all the things that you really want to run to go up against that defense. And Joe Flacco was taking those one reps because he's not playing in the game. So this is the opportunity to see, all right, what our number one offense look like? What is it? Blah, 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 chemistry and all those things. So when he got the majority of the reps, I understood why. Because that tells me that you want him to be the starter when you play Cincinnati. You want to build that chemistry up. You want to get that continuity with the offense. Where Shedeur didn't get the second most reps, that one kind of threw me off a little bit because I was thinking to myself, if he is the guy that's going to be in there with some of the starters, not all, but some of the starters, they should get used to hearing his voice and all of those things as well. So I thought it would have been nice for him to get more 1 reps, but I understand why Joe Flacco got the majority of the 1 reps, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Tyvis there that Flacco is going to be the starting quarterback. Probably like 95%, unless something crazy happens, someone outperforms or whatnot. So that's not that surprising to me. But like, here's the thing: tomorrow night is a preseason game.
Yeah. Okay.
And Shedeur Sanders is going to start this ball game, and he got like 6 reps yesterday in practice.
Yeah.
And what's today? Nothing. It's like
today's an off day.
Walk through
off day, right? So not much going on the field. So he's going to the game. And everyone's already said he's kind of swimming out there a little bit mentally with what he's seeing. I'm just a little surprised by that. The other thing that's interesting is like Huntley, who also will play in the game, I'm sure.
It'll probably be just them two.
Those two. He got a bunch of reps. So why did Shedeur not get reps? Huntley's not even going to be on the team.
I think that I don't know. I know Huntley probably got the reps because the reason Huntley got a lot of reps, I think personally, is because they know Huntley's not making this team. He's not. But he's the closest guy outside of maybe P.J. Walker that you could bring in that kind of knows the offense. So he will give everybody else.
To some degree, because it's a little bit of a new
because it's going back to Kevin's stuff.
Some terminology with Kevin, but like not all of it.
Right.
Because Dorsey's gone.
But I think that the reason that they went with him is because he was here last year. He's got maybe some chemistry with some of the players there.
Yeah.
And they're not judging him. He's the best thing that can evaluate the rest of the players around. Like him being in there, they know what he's capable of doing. Maybe he can get the ball to these receivers. So we really want to see what this receiver is because he's on the bubble of making the roster or not. Let's give him a quarterback that we actually think can at least get him a good opportunity to give us a good evaluation of what that player is going to be. So I think that's why they went with Tyler Huntley and giving him those reps. But like I say, the Shedeur thing, I don't understand at all. Maybe they think to themselves, we don't need to give you these many practice reps because we're going to give you a bunch of game reps. So maybe we just want to get you rested. He is coming off a sore shoulder and all those things. So maybe that's the case. I don't know. But I don't like it that much. I don't at all. I think that going into this game, sitting some of the best wide receivers that you have is kind of diminishing him a little bit as well because I want to see what he can do with receivers like Judy and Tillman. Because if we're going off of the fact that Joe Flacco at some point is going to fall off a cliff, if he's going to be your starting quarterback and he's only going to give you 4 to 6 games, you got to have the next quarterback ready. So who's to say that Shedeur won't be that next quarterback that's going to be ready to go? Yeah. But he won't have reps with these receivers and build this chemistry. So I thought this was an opportunity that they kind of missed out on.
I think there's a lot of different things to chew on here. First of all, what you said initially is right, Joe, and you agreed. Joe Flacco is most likely the Week 1 starter. Whether the plan was initially in their minds for it to be Kenny Pickett, I mean, Kenny Pickett's not 100% healthy. I mean, he's healthy enough that he took some reps yesterday, but he's not 100% healthy. And the number one goal of the offseason, of the preseason and training camp is to get you ready for the start of the season, not get you ready for the first preseason game. So I understand why in a scrimmage against the Panthers, they would play Joe Flacco. And Zach Jackson said he thought it was the best the first offense had looked was yesterday with Joe Flacco. So, okay, that's a positive. The rest of it I don't understand. It's completely confusing to me. Giving Tyler Huntley more reps than Shedeur Sanders, maybe that is the reason what you said, Tyvis, because
that's the only thing
he's going to get the reps in the game.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
But, don't you want him to be as prepared for the game as possible?
I mean,
I know the game doesn't matter in terms of wins and loss, but in terms of...
No, but you're trying to make this kid better. You're trying to give him some confidence going into this game that he knows what the hell's going on. You're putting him out there with really no starting receivers.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair to that point, though, the receivers that he's going to go out there with, is the receivers he's probably been throwing to this whole time.
Yeah,
if Judy and Tillman ain't playing, so the chemistry part is there.
I think you'd still rather have Jerry Jeudy.
I agree with I agree with you saying. I agree with you saying, but like if they're sitting them out, like he did throw to these. It's not like he's throwing to people that he's never thrown to before. He has thrown to these receivers, so I give him that little bit.
But those guys are still rookies.
And as far as the game plan goes, it's very vanilla. So it's not like he got a lot of thinking to do because Carolina's not about to show you what they're trying to run in the regular season. Their stuff is going to be pretty basic as well. So it's not going to be a mentally taxing thing on him.
He's going to – he's going to be playing behind the backup offensive line because, maybe Dawand Jones plays. By the way, did you guys see that picture of Dawand standing next to Joe Thomas?
We have something better. Steve, take 16, please. And Bull, watch the screen.
Yeah, go ahead. I know Joe's lost a lot of weight since he retired, but it's not
going to come back up, I promise.
Joe looks as skinny as me.
Yeah, but it's not often that Joe Thomas looks small.
He is, Dawand Jones towers.
Yeah,
my God. Holy shit.
That's not Dawand.
I might say that's not even Dawand.
Oh, that's not Dawand.
He's still bigger than Joe.
Yeah,
Luke, go Bucks.
Got him, huh? All right.
Get him, Luke.
Shout out to Sean Dunnigan for shooting training camp footage for us yesterday.
Oh, thanks.
Now, there was a still picture, though, Mike. Do you have the still picture by any chance?
That's ridiculous.
I don't have the still picture.
Because there's a still picture of Dawand standing next to Joe. And what stands out to me beyond the fact that Dawand towers over him is that Dawand, in this still photo that I saw, looks like he's lost 70 pounds. I don't know if it's that much.
Well,
he looks great, and I'm very optimistic.
If you find it, Bull, DM it to me and I'll put it up.
You criticize.
You can find it on Twitter.
Let me make it clear.
He took that personally.
If he took it personally, if I in any way helped him lose weight, then that's great.
2%.
I was not criticizing him, to be fair.
No, I know you
People
wasn't.
will say whatever they want.
I know you wasn't.
I was saying that I was concerned about his ability to stay healthy because of his weight, and I wasn't coming at that from a mean perspective. I was coming at that from a perspective of someone who has struggled being overweight his whole life, and whether you're a radio TV guy like me or a football player, it's not good to be that heavy. It's unhealthy, and I was concerned about his ability to stay healthy, and I was honestly hopeful for him, and he's young and he's on the phone. And I mean, he took it so, obviously it had nothing to do with me, but he took it so seriously, and I'm very excited for him and the team because he looks great.
It's a big
and
year.
if he's healthy, there's no reason he can't just not only be a starter, I think he can be a superstar if he's stays healthy.
No doubt.
Right?
I think he understood the assignment. I think he understood how important this season is, as far as from a financial standpoint. We talked about it like a couple weeks ago, where 4 out of the 5 starters is this day.
That's it.
Yeah, like they might be gone after
contracts
this.
are all up.
He's the only one that's still under contract after this season.
Yeah,
and that means money is freeing up. That means you could afford, if you become the premier left tackle with the size and you got the ability to finish a whole season and keep the quarterback's jersey clean, you can run away with a nice bag.
The Browns may go, now listen, they may end up signing 1 or 2 of these guys, the veterans, but the Browns could possibly go from the most expensive offensive line room to the least expensive offensive line room in 1 year, which is unusual, but that could happen.
They need Zach Zenter to get his stuff together.
Well, yeah.
Well, he didn't even make the trip to
that's my
Carolina.
point.
That guy's been a mess.
That's exactly my point.
That guy's been a mess, and he was what was he, a 2nd-round pick or 3rd?
Third round pick.
3rd round. That's a high pick, though.
Yeah.
You expect it.
You expect that guy to be a player.
I think if there haven't been a lot of things to get excited about for the Browns, but I think Dawand Jones is something to get excited about. I know, listen, he's had the injuries, but the only reason, and Zach said this too, I think he's 100% right. I think the only reason he got drafted where he did is because he was too heavy. And guys that big don't stick in the NFL. You got to get in better shape. He has. He took it seriously. He's seems like he's developed as both a player and as like a maturity level. Like, hey, I got to take this more seriously. He clearly did.
The only negative thing I've heard is when he had the heat stroke or he had to leave practice for the heat.
Oh,
that's about it though.
I mean, he's still a huge dude.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the only thing that's been like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Outside of that, he's been fine.
Like, I think that him losing the weight is fantastic. And for
the
Browns,
good,
the Browns haven't had a left tackle since Joe Thomas retired.
That's right.
They drafted Wills, absolute
Did he get picked
I mean,
up?
pretty much
still
a bust. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
he's
he
a bust.
started a bunch, but he was a bust. I mean, he's a top pick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and the Browns have had issues on that left side, the blind side of the quarterback.
Yep.
And hopefully this season, I mean, that if they can protect the blind side of Flacco, a hell of a chance to get more time, get the ball down the field, and make some plays because, if you can't, Flacco's going to be running for his life, and he's not mobile.
No, he's probably the least
He's a
mobile
statue.
quarterback in the league. So, yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't be – he's taking hits from the blind side. That's a big problem.
Now,
so.
I will say this, speaking of taking hits, tomorrow
Yeah.
night, what's going to be fascinating, guys, is the one knock on Shedeur Sanders coming out of Colorado is all the pressure that he had and how he dealt with pressure.
Right.
And I promise you this, he's going to be running around tomorrow night for his life.
Yeah.
Because the game all of a sudden is going to go from what this practice pace to another freaking level.
But
it is.
But
and
remember your first game?
And he's got a backup offensive line.
You talking about preseason?
Preseason.
I had a good first preseason.
But do you remember? I don't know. Maybe it was different for you, but I remember. I was like, "Holy hell! This is a different animal than what practice was, than what college was."
Carolina's defensive starters, by the way, Dave Canales said they're going to play the first series, maybe 2 series tomorrow night. So,
yeah, interesting. You didn't find it that big a difference?
My motivation was totally different. I was in a different headspace at that time because
Well, you were also fighting for your life, dude. to make the
Exactly.
Squad. I mean,
Yeah.
I ended up being that way. After my first year, the next 3.
My first
four.
game against Kansas City, I remember coming out of the little tunnel thing, and I seen that, and I was like, I did say my prayer before, and I was just grateful that I actually made it to this moment. Like, no matter what happened, I got to this moment, and I was grateful for that. And I said, whenever I get on this field, whatever it is, kickoffs, punt, whatever, I don't care what it is, I'm going 100,000 miles per hour. Like, move out my way. I ain't turning nothing down. And man, I had me like a crack back on punt. I almost downed the ball on the 1. I had a tack off on kickoff inside the 20, and I had a pick. I was balling.
First game?
First game, I was balling. I was out there, boy.
Who'd you pick off?
I don't even remember who the quarterback was. I don't remember. I just remember. I remember getting the pick and I failed, and then I got up.
I remember
I got up
interceptions
and
in practice.
ran, and I threw the ball after they tackled me. I threw the ball, and Brandon Browner ran on the field and grabbed it and said, "What you doing, man? You better keep this." And he handed it back to me, and that was that. So yeah, it was a good game though. I enjoyed Pete Carroll.
I'll look up what year was that. I'll look up the quarterback.
16.
So while I'm looking up this,
So it's a preseason for the
preseason.
Chiefs.
Yeah, so it was probably, I feel like it was like Kevin Hogan or something like that.
I'll look it up, but I just want to ask you this
yeah,
because
that
then we're
might
going to
have
move on afterwards. But you guys talked about, and Tyvis, I'll start with you here. You wish Shedeur had gotten a few more reps just so he'd be potentially a little more prepared. His voice could have been heard by some of those guys in the locker room. Knowing the injury issues, the hamstring issues for both Gabriel and Pickett, are those the guy you would have taken the reps from to given Shedeur? How would you have parsed it up to make sure Shedeur got more reps? Like, who would have lost reps in that scenario?
There has to be a punishment. It's not fair, but that's the way of the NFL. You can't make the club in the tub. That's just what it is. So if a guy is not playing and not 100% healthy, no, I'm not putting him out there. I'm giving it to the guys that actually can go out there and play. So I definitely would have took reps from Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett for sure.
I completely agree with you. It makes no sense to me that you'd have a quarterback that's not going to play in the game taking a lot more reps than the guy who's going to start the game.
Yeah.
Who's also, by the way, a rookie. It's not like
Right.
we
And
got
he's
a
not going to
veteran.
start the regular season either, unlike Flacco, who you understand because he's going to start in the regular season.
There's plenty of time for the veterans to get their reps and things like that. Like, I don't know. I mean, Gabriel and Pickett both are banged up with the hamstring, and yet they both got some reps in practice. I mean, it's I don't know.
I would have gave him like 7-on-7 or something, but them team periods? No, you're not going out there.
The 11-on-11.
No. You what for what?
Shedeur didn't get anything with 11-on-11.
Yeah, that makes
Every other quarterback did.
that makes
3
absolutely
passes.
no sense to me.
That was insane. And, I've been critical of the people that are over the top with their conspiracy theories, but I can't blame people for being pissed based on yesterday. And what's curious to me is the Browns seem to think that – I think they're kind of telling you what they think of Shedeur Sanders by how they've used him. I don't see how you can look at it a different way.
They're treating him like he's just a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, and
quarterback.
and he was, but he's not just a 5th round pick. I think that's pretty obvious.
What I don't like about the whole thing is they say over and over, this is an open competition. No, it's not. It's clearly some type of favoritism, and that part really bothers me. Like, don't call it a 4 or 5 or 6 man race when it's really just 3.
Yeah, and I know Zach said to me this morning, I'm sure he told you when he spoke to him, that, like, Shedeur is clearly a better quarterback right now than Dillon Gabriel. He's more talented. Now, none of us, including Zach, who's around the team all the time, are in the meeting rooms or any of that stuff, and we don't know what clearly it seems that Dillon Gabriel, behind the scenes in the classroom, whatever, I assume, based on how they're handling this, is more impressive in that type of stuff than Shedeur is. That's the only thing that makes sense to me at all. But everybody outside the Browns seems to think that Dillon Gabriel, can't play in the NFL, or certainly can't be a starter in the NFL. Maybe the Browns are smarter than everybody else, but usually they haven't been. So I don't know.
I just don't understand the Browns drafted Gabriel with a top 100 pick, which means if you're using a top 100 pick on a player, you think that guy has a real chance, especially a quarterback, a chance to make the team and become maybe a starter, at least a solid backup. And then they just completely undercut their pick. It just,
the whole thing's strange.
But you got to understand that I told you a lot. I'm personally judging them off of Dillon Gabriel, so they have to give him every opportunity to win, to at least beat a Shedeur out. Like that's because you don't want to be wrong. Like you're 3rd round pick. Like you don't want to be wrong on it.
But it shouldn't be about being right or wrong. It should be playing the guy that gives you the best chance.
I mean, as you get closer to the season, that's the case for sure. Like it's not about who I'm trying to cater to. It's about who's going to give us the best chance to win on Sunday.
Gabriel's not going to get cut.
No, not at all.
He's making the team.
No. A lot of people seem to think they'll keep 4 quarterbacks.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why.
It doesn't make any sense.
So you're going to start Joe Flacco, then when he goes down, you're going to start Kenny?
They'll get one of these guys at the practice squad, I think.
Yeah?
You think that?
You think someone's going to put Shedeur on the active roster?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
another team.
If you're a bad team, if you're another bad team, why wouldn't you?
Who is Carolina's backup?
I mean,
Andy Dalton.
Is he still there?
Let's
he resigned,
guys. I mean, if Shedeur has a great preseason, then maybe he should play for the Browns.
Yeah, exactly.
If he has a bad preseason, no one's putting him on their active roster.
I wouldn't say no one. Probably not a lot of teams. But if you're a really bad
I think it's
team,
unlikely.
You may be right. But like if you're...
So you saying they banking on him having a bad preseason?
I mean, I think they sort of know right now, based on what they've seen, that they feel like this guy's not going to blow it out of the water.
Well, do we not think there's a chance that Kenny Pickett could be gone?
I said from day one that I think he could be the odd man out.
That's what I said too.
Yeah. But everyone in Berea,
Jason and Mary Kay have talked about how the Browns love him. Aditi loves him. I know our guy Cleve TA. I don't know that he loves him, but he's said all along he thinks he's going to be the starter based on the draft capital they traded for him.
I just don't understand why you need to keep 4. That's the part that
it doesn't make sense. I don't buy it. And listen, it may solve itself. One of them may get hurt potentially enough that they're going on IR or whatever. But if they're all healthy, I mean, keeping 4 quarterbacks sounds weird, but Dustin may be right. Ultimately, they may be able to get Shedeur or even Dillon Gabriel to the practice squad.
Would Shedeur come back?
Why would he leave?
Somebody else might offer him a practice squad.
Yeah, sure, but wouldn't you want to go to the team that actually gave you the chance and believes in you?
Depends on the
That's
opportunity.
under the assumption that Browns truly believe
honestly, it really depends. Think about how if you was getting done the way he was getting done, why would you?
I mean, here, or are you saying just overall?
Here, how the Browns is treating him right now.
I mean, do you think he feels he's being treated poorly?
I have no idea. The rest of the world make it sound.
That's a big question.
Doesn't the rest of the world make it seem like he's getting treated
because
poorly?
we love controversy and we love drumming up stuff.
So I'm saying, if that was you and you felt like you was being treated poorly, and they said, you know what, we want to offer you a practice squad spot, but another team want to offer you a practice squad spot,
I would hope that at this point Shedeur Sanders is humbled enough by where he was selected in the draft to know that if he's put on the practice squad, you're still in the NFL, and you're still one play away.
I agree.
there's no sense from when you hear him talk that he feels disrespected by the organization.
I love the way he talks.
No, he definitely does.
I thought before yesterday I didn't think it was crazy the way they were using him until yesterday. That was the first day I was like, what are they doing here? For me, I know a lot of people have been saying that the whole time. For me, it wasn't until yesterday that I thought. But
the one thing that we don't know is everything. We know nothing. I mean, we're judging reps in practice based off of maybe that was a plan that they had talked about for days. Who knows?
Right.
Going into it.
Well, then I just don't understand why Kevin wouldn't be clear about why. Like, why? Why can't he say why they're not giving him more reps yesterday, specifically? Because he's starting the game.
Because Kevin never talks about players.
Well, what's the downside to it?
I'm with you on that. Like, I don't see a downside in giving us in being transparent.
Right. If he gave us a good reason, it might be okay.
They never let us in.
No.
Yeah,
never.
That's weird to me. All right, Mike, go ahead.
Let's get to our next topic, sticking with the Browns, guys. But first, a quick word from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Summer sports are in full swing. Whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action, so why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game from anywhere, anytime, even if you're at the beach. If you're new to FanDuel, you can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if that first $5 bet wins. That is a new customer-only promo. Open up the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. Tomorrow morning, before the game kicks off, we will learn which of the other starters will play, which ones will sit. Kevin Stefanski said, by and large, most starters will sit in this game. He is referring more to the offense than the defense, but knowing how Kevin Stefanski has handled the preseason in the past and going off his comments yesterday, I think it's fair to assume that probably more than 50% of the starters will sit. So I want to, as a collection here, go through the offense then the defense and make our predictions on which
Before we
starters
do that,
think will
Mike,
play.
I think Kevin Stefanski doesn't play his players enough in the preseason. I think this has been a consistent issue. I like that he seems to be having a little bit of a tougher training camp this year. There's been more physical play. There's been actually live tackling, which he's never done before. But I don't get it. Like, I understand why Joel Bitonio or Myles Garrett or Denzel Ward would not play in a preseason game. I get it. But why is Cedric Tillman not playing in a preseason game? That doesn't make any sense.
He's made out of paper.
You know what? If you're that weak that you can't make it through two series in a preseason game, then you're never going to succeed in the NFL. I mean, it's just that simple. This idea that, he can't make it through 2 series in the preseason, so we got to sit him. Well, what's the point? Replace him if he's that fragile.
I mean, you got a lot of time. I don't know. Like I said, it still hasn't been.
You're going to put him out there, have him be the only starter out there?
I wouldn't have him be. I would start other guys. I mean, I don't know. Like, is Jerome Ford going to play? Is Dylan Sampson going to play?
We don't know. That's why we're going to do the
I'd be playing those guys. Okay, come on.
So we know Shedeur's starting at quarterback. The rest aren't playing. Let's go to the running back position. Bull. We'll start with who do you think will play, and then who do you think
Do I need a depth chart in front of me, or are you going to tell us?
He's going to tell us.
I can tell you guys. Yeah, the running back depth chart tomorrow.
I mean, you never know with the Browns and Stefanski. I think Dylan Sampson and Jerome Ford should play. Dylan Sampson absolutely should play in this game.
Oh, he is.
Jerome Ford should too. I mean, I think they'll both play. I feel more confident that Sampson will play than Ford, but I would play them both. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I would have to know what the starting line is. If the starting line is playing, I would play Jerome Ford. If they're not playing, and you got people with bits and pieces in there, then I wouldn't play Jerome Ford, and I'd play. My running backs would be Sampson, Strong, and the
Toa.
Yeah.
Tuawa. What about, there's another running back that undrafted that Jack was mentioning. I can't think of his name, though.
Amani Marshall.
That might be it. Yeah, I think so.
He's going to play, too.
Well, they signed Travion Henderson also.
No, they didn't.
Not
Trayvon Williams.
Quinshawn
Williams.
No, Trayvon Williams.
Trayvon Williams used to be on the Bengals. I changed his name to a Buckeye back.
To say, no, they did not.
But wait a second. Why would you you're not going to play.
Ford's the only back you know.
Yeah,
you don't
need to see
Like
him.
you don't know what Judkin's situation is going to be.
Yeah.
Sampson, those other dudes. I mean, Strong's an old head. I mean, like,
I don't need to see Ford.
Yeah, I just think
I need to see everybody else
Yeah.
before.
we know Ford's an established, legitimate NFL running back. What do we need to gain by putting him out there and seeing a couple carries against the Panthers back?
Okay.
He's been your
All
RB1
right, fair enough.
like 2 years.
He's proven.
But isn't there something to be said for guys getting ready for the season by playing in the preseason?
Running backs is different.
Okay.
Like it's something about running backs in the preseason where you don't never really play.
I think and I also think it's something to be said for running backs. It's like there's a weird subconscious thing about playing in the game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you're like not that you're scared to get hurt, but you sort of know that you're risking injury by playing in a game.
Yeah.
That absolutely has no bearing on your career or on the season or anything. Because
all right.
I just think it's
Ford,
too much risk.
Ford no play, but you're playing Dillon.
The rest play.
Play the rooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, at receiver, we know Tillman and Judy are out. That leaves Jamari Thrash, Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Carter, and
They're
the
all going to
rookies.
play, Mike.
Every last one.
All of those guys.
Every last one of
Say
them.
yes,
You
we'll
know
move
what?
on.
I think
Every last one
I
of
think
them.
Cedric Tillman's done far too little at this point to not be playing, but he's not going to play. But the rest of those guys are all completely unproven except for Deontay Johnson. And he's got to play.
Who is behind Tillman as a receiver?
Thrash.
You have Thrash, Caden Davis, Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Carter, Luke
But
Floria.
see, some of them is like slots. He plays like X. Like,
Technically, on the Our Lads depth chart at the X receiver position behind Cedric Tillman is Caden Davis.
that's my point.
I never even heard of Caden.
See,
Davis. Who is Caden
Thrash
Davis?
and Johnson are,
Okay.
and Carter is all
Are
slots.
slot guys. Yeah. So who's Caden Davis? Do you guys even know who he is?
Street free agent from Northwest Missouri State, white kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what
got two white kids. You got the kid from Cleveland.
And this is the problem.
Floria.
This right
He's in
here
Denver
is
for a
what's
little
been
bit,
wrong
Arizona
with the
practice
whole
squad.
training camp, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
We ain't got no receivers. So, like, I can't never tell if Dillon, Shedeur, or any of them is good because the receivers is dudes that ain't probably going to be in the league.
Well, I
after
mean,
this.
listen, Jerry Judy's good.
How many times have you seen Shedeur Sanders?
He hasn't thrown to him at all.
Okay.
Cedric Tillman has potential, but he's barely played in the preseason. Deontay Johnson's been a good receiver. in
He's
the
actually
league.
been from what I've seen,
Yeah.
he's been tearing it up.
And the rest of the room are zeros till proven otherwise.
Yes, pretty much.
I mean,
yeah.
so
Shout out my boy D Carter though.
I mean,
Talked to him last Tuesday.
Deontay Johnson's going to be on this team unless he's still doing the same stupid things that got him cut from every other team, which have less to do with on the field, I guess, than his attitude, or I don't know what it is that's, but when good organizations continuously cut you, that's a bad sign. So I don't know if he's matured there. We haven't seen him a ton either. So he's got to play.
So let's go to tight end.
Yeah.
Njoku's going to sit, I assume.
Yeah.
Everyone else you're playing, right?
Yes.
Fannon's got to play.
Yeah.
Whitehart. Offensive line.
By the way, on Fannin, Zach was saying, I don't know if you talked to Zach about Fannin.
We talked today.
Yeah, he's very optimistic about Fannin.
He didn't mention Fannin, but that's good. He did.
Yeah,
say
he
that.
told me, he was saying, like, hey, I think Fannon's going to be a big part of the offense.
Good, love it.
And he's going to get a lot of opportunities. I mean, obviously, Fannin came in as
Dude,
a
the kid,
very raw prospect.
He's a raw prospect, but he's a workhorse, and
Yeah.
he'll do. I mean, there were teams in the MAC that knew he was going to get the ball.
Yeah.
He was targeted like
And
some
they had
games-
nobody else, right?
I mean, nobody.
Yeah.
They would throw to him like 25 times a game.
Jeez.
I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. There was
That's
a game
crazy.
last year he was targeted in the 20s.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, and we know Kevin Stefanski likes using two tight end sets.
Well, dude, the guy
he hasn't had a good second tight end.
Here's the other thing that's really cool
Yeah.
about Fannin, and if people didn't watch the MAC last year, you don't know this, but like they didn't have a great offense.
Yeah.
And so they would put him in the wildcat tailback position, and he'd run it in.
really?
Oh yeah. So like goal line situations, Harold Fannin can absolutely come into the game.
Yeah.
And be that whatever. I mean, you could do the tush push with
Oh,
him
yeah,
if you
there
want
you go.
to.
There it is.
Yeah.
How many carries did he have roughly? Do you have any idea?
Off the top of my head,
Mike, do you know?
I'd guess north
me one
of
sec.
30 something carries.
That's receptions. Okay. He's not that tall, right? But he's a thick guy. I mean,
Yeah,
Is he not
he's a
that
load.
tall?
I don't think he's that tall.
He's listed at 6'4", 230.
Okay,
Oh,
that's what
wow.
I thought.
He's
I was
taller
about
than
to
I
say
thought.
he looked like he like 6'4".
Yeah, all right. He didn't seem that tall in those pictures, but
Harold Fannin last year had 117 catches.
yeah.
He had 9 carries.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, just
well, I mean,
Well-
I know they put him back. He actually threw.
But
How many
still-
passes did he throw, by the way? He threw the ball a few times too. I'm just telling you.
He threw 2 passes last year.
Still,
One for
I mean,
two,
most
9
tight ends
yards.
get 0 carries. You know, he had 9. So
Brock Bowers was the first tight end I ever seen get some carries
Yeah.
at Georgia. They was doing that same thing, giving them that jet sweep.
Point is, the guy can do a lot of different things.
Yeah, all right.
I'm a little biased.
Yeah,
obviously.
I'm excited to see him.
I am too.
He's one of the guys I'm really looking forward to seeing
You
tomorrow.
gonna take him in fantasy?
I actually,
Why not?
in this deep dynasty league that I did, I drafted him. I actually drafted Dillon Sampson and Harold Fannin back-to-back in either the 3rd or 4th round of this.
Who's your
rookie
starting
draft.
tight end now?
I have Brock Bowers.
Smart. You ain't gonna use him there. Go
Let's
ahead.
let's go to the offensive line. Any one of the normal starters you think plays tomorrow? Boy, you mentioned Dawand
No.
Jones as a possibility.
I think Dawand might play. I don't think any of the other guys are going to play. You're not no way Batonio plays.
You
Conklin's
say
not playing.
They starting defense is playing.
Yes.
Their starting defense is going to play a series or 2. Dave Canales confirmed that.
I could
correct?
see Dawand taking the series.
I think so.
I can see him taking this.
I don't think any of the others. You guys think any of the others are going to play?
Now Joe Batonio not a chance.
No.
All of them are old.
I mean, Conklin's old.
Yeah, every last one
the
of them
youngest
old.
of
Yeah.
the rest of them is either Teller or what's his name?
Pochich. I think Pochich is a year younger.
But they're both like 30.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Those guys ain't
no.
playing.
Dawand maybe, and if the other
Yeah.
4 ain't playing, he probably might not either.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to defense.
Yeah.
So no Miles. We did hear that already. He's not
Yes.
going to play.
When's the last time Myles Garrett played a preseason game?
His
I'll look
first-
that- I'll
his
look that
first
up.
year.
Elsewhere along the defensive line, Mason Graham is going to play.
He has no choice.
Yeah, sure.
Malik Collins, defensive tackle.
Isn't he 30?
I think he's 29.
I'm not. I don't
He
think
ain't
he's gonna
playing.
play.
He ain't playing.
What
Wait,
about the
is Mike
opposite-
Hall playing? Is practicing yet?
No, he's still on the
So
PUP.
Mike Hall's out. Are you playing Malik Collins?
They
Dustin?
might have to play him.
Yeah, sure.
They might
right.
have to because Shelby like
Yeah, they got
33.
They have Jawan Briggs and Sam Kamara.
those guys will definitely play.
Is
They'll
it?
definitely play.
Yeah.
The opposite defensive end position where Miles,
Yeah.
opposite of Miles.
Alex Wright.
Alex Wright, McGuire, Joe Tyron Smith, or Joe Toyonka Smith, JTS,
Yeah.
the guy they signed. Are they all playing in your
I
mind?
would play them all.
I play them all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Linebackers.
Yeah.
Schlesinger's definitely going to play.
Obviously, yeah.
Does Jerome Baker play? Diabate.
Yeah.
I'd play them all.
They all gonna play.
Yeah.
They all are
Yeah.
still pretty young.
Yeah. They
I
need
would
the
play
reps.
I would honestly play my entire starting defense outside of Miles, Denzel. Probably play Newsome just because there's been probably not play
Newsome's
Newsome
banged up, right?
just because he's banged up and there's been so many injuries at corner. I wouldn't play him either, and then maybe one of the veteran D tackles. That's
You know
about
what's
it.
funny? We sit here and talk about this. You remember, wasn't it last year that they had like the list of people not playing was like dang near 40 players?
Yeah.
They sit
I know.
there like, well, who is playing?
Right.
If they put that, I can see them.
Oh,
pulling
the same
it
thing's
again.
gonna happen,
I
probably.
can see them pulling that again.
Inactive.
But my thing is, you see how it didn't work. So why would
Right.
you do the same thing?
I
again?
know.
Like, that make no sense.
Is everyone else in agreement with Bull that outside of Denzel and Miles, everyone else? Did you say anyone else?
I would not play Greg Newsome either because he's a little banged up in the secondary.
He only played
Right, so I wouldn't play those three.
He's out.
I don't know about what I play Delpit.
I would not.
Yeah, I guess not.
I mean, he's had injuries every year, and he finally seems like he's healthy
Who's
again.
his backup? Don't they got
Who,
the,
Delpit?
what's the dude that played for the Jaguars?
Yeah, they have a couple safeties.
What's his name?
Rayshawn Jenkins.
That's him right there.
Casey threw a punch in practice yesterday, so I assume he's going to
Yeah,
play.
I would sit Newsome, Delpit, Denzel, Myles Garrett, and probably Shelby Harris, and maybe one other veteran defensive tackle, and I'd play everybody else.
All right, let's get to our next topic, guys. Before we do that, I want to let you know that we are doing tomorrow night. It's not technically a post-game show because we're probably not going to do it after the game. But myself, Earl, and G are going to hop on, and we're going to do some instant reaction whenever the Browns take out Shedeur Sanders and put in Tyler Huntley.
It'll be a very measured response to
Yes,
whatever
we
happens.
figured it wasn't worth waiting till the very end of the game.
No,
if
'cause who
Shedeur
cares what
plays a
Tyler
half.
Huntley does?
No one cares about Huntley, so we are going to react to what we see from Shedeur and some of the other Browns rookies in the early part of the game. So get ready. It could be in the second quarter. It could be midway through the third quarter. But we are going to go live as soon as we know Shedeur Sanders has come out of the game and to give you guys some instant reaction to what we saw from the Browns rookie quarterback coming up on our YouTube channel. All right, guys, I was reading The Athletic yesterday, and Mike Silver of The Athletic had an article, And it was about Joe Flacco. And it was about Joe Flacco kind of finding his role in this Browns offense, coming back to Cleveland as the established veteran. But something stood out to me in that article that I had not heard before that had nothing to do with Joe Flacco. So I'm going to read word for word a passage from Mike Silver's article on The
Good that
Athletic.
you're reading it because he has blocked myself and 80% of Cleveland on Twitter.
I want to
Mike
get to that.
Florio?
I want to get no. Mike Silver.
Mike Silver.
Mike
I want to
Silver.
get to that at the end of this.
Yeah.
But this is from Mike Silver's article yesterday in The Athletic. Quote, after trading up to take Sanders in the 5th round, the Browns rejected multiple trade offers for Gabriel, preferring to move forward with both rookies. Sanders, who sat out Saturday's practice with a sore throwing shoulder, has gotten fewer first-team reps than Gabriel thus far. I'm going to reemphasize part of this segment. The Browns rejected multiple trade offers for Gabriel, preferring to move forward with both rookies. Bull,
Yeah.
are you buying the fact that multiple teams called Cleveland, made an offer for Dillon Gabriel? Are you buying the fact the Browns would have then rejected all those offers, considering they used a 3rd-round pick on him? It's something we haven't heard anything of, hadn't been reported by anyone else before, and that little part of the report caught my eye.
I don't know. I mean, I got my beef with Mike Silver, so I don't want to be biased about it. I do. I mean, I'm sure he didn't make it up, but I find it hard to believe that multiple teams called the Browns for a guy that every team could have had in the 3rd round. I mean, because he was a late 3rd-round pick. I mean, if teams called it, what were they offering? 5th-round picks?
I have no idea.
I mean,
it didn't get
the Browns
that
took him in the
detail.
3rd round. They looked pretty stupid if they traded him. So I don't know. I do find that a little hard to believe, but I don't want to call the guy a liar, especially because I don't like him and I don't want my personal bias to get in the way. So
I'm not
sure.
I'm not surprised. Well, first off, I'll assume this is true.
Yeah,
Let's assume
okay.
the team's called. I mean,
Yeah.
why would Mike make this up?
yeah,
Teams call.
He wouldn't,
It's draft
yep.
night. They take Gabriel, then they take Sanders. So teams are thinking, well, man, they got a steal with Sanders, who some people thought was going to go 1st round.
Yep.
And then they got Gabriel. So now all of a sudden they maybe would like to unload Gabriel
Yeah.
at a lesser value. So teams would then make that call. The Browns took him top 100 because they think he's good or thought he was good.
yeah.
They're not going to trade him on draft night, or
No, it doesn't
they
make
wanted to
any
at least
sense.
get the guy to camp and see it because
Yeah.
they don't have a quarterback. And their whole response to not having a quarterback was to take 2 in this draft, not a high one. They're planning to do that next year, obviously. But to take Gabriel and then you take Sanders, you took Sanders because you're sitting around, you're like me going to the shoe store, you're like not looking to buy anything, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, they got some Jordan 5 grapes for like $90. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna take them.
Yeah.
So then I buy my sneakers, and then I'm like, well, yeah, but I still got those Jordan 3s that I really like. You know, I mean, so I'm gonna wear those.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting here, you got a surplus of bad quarterbacks. But the draft night thing, no, I'm not worried, or not worried, but I'm not like they should have traded him or looking back at that. Now, if someone called now, I'd be like, what do you want to give him?
Yeah.
So no, the draft night thing, it's a non-issue. Even though I say that could have happened, that teams
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, I agree with you. Everything you just said. I don't see why I would trade the guy that I circled. Like I say, the Browns, they could have got any quarterback in this draft outside of Cam Ward. They had the number 2 pick. They
Yeah.
could have got any of them. They punted on all of them because they thought Dillon Gabriel was the guy. Therefore, I don't think, why would you trade him if you believed in him that much?
Right.
Especially on draft night. You
Right.
got to at least see him. So, yeah, I don't.
Man, if the Browns had not drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, or if somebody else had taken him beforehand, what the hell have we been talking about for the last?
It's been the only story.
We would have had nothing to talk about.
We'd have been talking about
I mean, I guess
Joe Flacco.
we
and
would have
Kenny
talked more
Pickett.
about Dillon Gabriel, I guess. But
Sure.
We maybe have mentioned their top 5 pick more than twice.
But what are you supposed to say? He's a defensive tackle.
I know.
What the hell are we supposed to talk about?
I'm excited to see
They
him
say
tomorrow
he's
night.
really
Man,
good.
he looked good
They say
battling
he-
with the center the
They
other
say
day.
he's really good. They say he's
He
been,
might be great, but like, how much can you talk about a defensive tackle?
We talked about Aaron Donald a lot.
Did we?
I did. Shoot.
Aaron Donald.
It's only been 2 dudes I ever seen like in the flesh.
Yeah.
That I was like, yeah, he's elite. Like it's clearly a difference between the average player and where he's at.
Who's that? Aaron Donald and Joe Burrow.
and Khalil Mack. I watched both of them in person. I was like, yeah, it
Different
ain't
guy.
even close.
Aaron Donald's getting double-digit sacks from a defensive tackle position. I mean,
Yeah. Now, Aaron Donald did some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, watching it live, it's like, yeah, he crazy.
Yeah. All right, Mike.
You guys ready to move on?
We are.
Talk a little baseball.
Yeah.
Made almost history in the making yesterday. Got so close, but also so far away. We'll get to that after a quick word from FanDuel. Summer sports are in full swing, whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action. FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action, so why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburnt at the beach. If you're new to FanDuel, well, we have a brand new offer for new customers. New customers can bet $5. If that $5 bet wins, they get $150 in bonus bets. Open up the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. Bullet, there hasn't been a no-hitter in Cleveland since Len Barker. Last night, we were 2 outs away from witnessing history. Gavin Williams got through 8 1/3 innings of no-hit baseball before Juan Soto hit the home run, which, by the way, I thought Angel Martinez was going to catch that. For whatever reason, I felt good as that left the bat. He was tracking it.
That black wall behind center field makes it a little misleading as to where, like, at first you thought it hit the wall because that black wall that's behind the home run fence is so close that it makes it sometimes look like a guy might be able to catch the ball or it didn't go out of the park, and it did. A couple of things. First of all, if 4 of the 6 people in this room, Steve and I are the only exceptions, have not been alive for an Indians no-hitter / Guardians. Len Barker, you mentioned, pitched the last no-hitter in franchise history.
Was that the 80s?
81. Yeah. 1981. I remember, I didn't watch it because, I had 4 channels at my house. But I remember that story. I remember that being a big deal because it was, no-hitters seemed like a bigger deal when I was a kid. And he pitched a perfect game, Len Barker. So
Is that 3 up, 3 down for
27 outs, man. No one gets on base.
that's right. No walks, no errors, no hit by pitch, no catcher's interference.
How many of
nothing.
that? When was the last time somebody did that?
Pitched a perfect game?
Yeah.
Oh, it happens.
It happens. It's not often.
It's
There's only been like 14
not every
or
year.
16.
Not every year.
Yeah, very rare. Perfect game is very rare. I can't remember the last one. I know it's happened I can't remember. When was the last perfect game, Mike, in baseball?
The most recent perfect game in baseball?
I think there's only been like 16 or something like that in the history of the game.
It's been more. I feel like there's more than that.
3 up, 3
Maybe
down.
a few more.
Domingo Germán of the Yankees in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
How many have
that
there
was
been
2 years
total?
ago.
16, 18, 20, something like that. I mean, not many more.
It's got to be more than that.
No.
24.
All right, a few more.
Sheesh.
24 perfect games. No hitters is a lot more.
And a no-hitter, you can walk somebody.
You can walk.
Yeah.
It can be a million. There
Whatever.
was once look this up, Mike. if
You can give up runs.
I remember there was a guy named Joe Cowley.
Sack flies?
You could lose a game. You could pitch a perfect game and lose.
Yeah.
Joe Cowley I believe at the time, he played
pitch
for
a
the
no-hitter
Yankees,
and lose.
But I'm sorry,
can't
no
pitch a
hitter.
perfect
Yeah, it's
game
not a
and
perfect
lose.
game. Joe Cowley, who was, I believe, on the White Sox at the time, pitched a no-hitter in which I want to say he walked 8 batters. And he must have thrown like 150. In those days, nobody cared.
Not all no-hitters are the same.
No. If you could find that, Joe Cowley no-hitter. I know he walked a bunch of guys. I don't know if it was 8.
Did he lose the game?
I think he did.
I
believe he
kind of
did.
saw it. He walked 8 batters.
I wouldn't even want the no-hitter at that point.
I mean, if they walked home, like, why would you,
He still didn't give up any hits.
I just
Ken
don't.
Johnson in 1964
Yeah.
pitched a 9-inning no-hitter against the Reds and still lost 1-0. They
Yeah.
scored their 1 run in the 9th with 2 outs on multiple Houston errors.
Oh, wow. You couldn't find the Joe Cowley?
I only have one Twitter search at a time, and I can use one hand. I'm working on it. How do you spell Cali?
Cowley. Hold on. Joe Cowley. Unless I'm totally making this up, I'm pretty sure. He pitched for the Yankees too, Mike. But I think he did it for the White Sox.
Joe Cali in 1986
Yeah.
set the then Major League record for striking out the most consecutive batters to start a game when he struck out the first 7 Texas Rangers he faced. And then in September of that year, he pitched a 7-1 no-hitter against the Angels.
Yeah.
The no-hitter is memorable because
All right, so I was right about the
Cali
no-hitter.
threw as many balls as he did strikes. He walked 7 batters.
I missed it by 1.
Yeah, loser. Can't even get that right. But
Yeah.
Gavin Williams ball.
But Gavin Williams,
Not only last night was he incredible, but he's been very, very, very good. Kind of
Well,
developing
Can you
into
get to
the
this
ace.
tease?
with
You
the
gave me a
promise.
great tease in the open of the show, and
Yeah.
I've actually been sitting here wanting to hear why you said this
so
was such
first
a big
of all,
moment.
in the last 3 months, Gavin Williams has only given up more than 3 runs in a game one time. And even in that game, he gave up 4. So he's been very good. And in his last 4 starts, he's given up a total of 4 runs. He's been great. And it's been under the radar a little bit. I don't know why. I feel like we're talking about all the other pitchers. But Gavin Williams has been pitching like an ace. Yeah, see, since July 1st, a 106 whip. The ERA, 11 runs in 44 innings, is about a 2.15 ERA.
Pretty good.
Right? The walk's still a little high. I don't love it. But what I saw yesterday that really, and I've been saying this for a while about really both Bybee and Williams, and we were just talking about it a little bit yesterday. Sometimes with young pitchers that have great stuff, and Gavin Williams has great stuff, they're so obsessed with striking batters out that it gets them in trouble. It gets them in trouble because they tinker with pitches too much, sometimes within the game, and sometimes they nibble. When I mean nibble is instead of trusting your stuff and throwing strikes, they're trying to just hit that bottom tiny, tiny corner of the strike zone. And so you end up missing, and that's how you end up walking too many batters. And thus, you throw too many pitches, and you can't pitch deep into the game. But we've been seeing Gavin Williams of late be able to go a little deeper than he had. His last month, he's gone deeper. And yesterday, even with the early walks, he was efficient. He had his best performance. He dominated. But look at the strikeouts. Only 6. I don't need you to strike out 12 every game. He's going to have games where he strikes out 8 and 10 and 12, and that's great. But sometimes you've got to trust your defense, and you got to trust your stuff. And I know the Guardians were playing sloppy defense earlier this year, but generally they're a good defensive club. And he trusted himself yesterday with the way he threw the ball, and he was efficient, and that allowed him to get through innings. Now, they let him throw 126 pitches, which they normally wouldn't, but still, he didn't go into the hundreds until the 8th inning. And I'll give the Guardians credit because they're so obsessed with analytics, and I love analytics, but to the point where, like, I thought they were going to pull him out after the 7th inning, and then I thought they'd pull him out after the 8th inning because, his pitch count, because usually they never let you go that far. I was a little surprised they didn't have somebody warming up in the 9th, so he didn't have to face an additional batter after Soto. He faced two batters actually after Soto. But the fact that he was efficient, to me, was a massive turning point potentially in his career. And it was a start where, again, even though there were a few walks, he clearly was trusting himself. He wasn't tinkering as he does a lot, and he was trusting his defense. And when a pitcher with that talent starts reaching that point of trusting his talent and trusting his teammates, that's when it usually all comes together.
And Adam, you said this a little bit, but to me the most impressive thing is like it's not a crappy team he was pitching against.
That's a
it's a
good
great
point.
lineup.
Yeah,
it's not the
especially
White Sox.
top of their lineup.
It's not the White Sox, dude. You got Soto, you got Lonzo, Lindor's and all. Good batters.
Do you
point.
think after Shane Bieber got traded, do you think that organization said, all right, our bona fide ace is gone, so now you two got to figure it out now?
I doubt they said anything like that, as an
But do you
organization.
think
But I think it's
psychologically
possible,
they knew that?
I think it's possible that that guys are thinking, hey, now it's my turn to be the new ace of this team. And I think Gavin Williams is finding his way into that spot.
And
if I need to win a game right now, I'm starting Gavin Williams. I'm the Guardians.
And with his agent, the chances of the Guardians re-signing him is slim to none.
Probably
at this point.
How many years left he has with us? Before they have to trade him.
Enough for him to be awesome, and then us get excited and lose him.
Yeah, I think he's got 4 years till he's a free agent, maybe 5. I can't remember now. So we don't have to worry about trading him.
He'll probably win 2 Cy Youngs, and we'll just watch him
About
play
Gavin
the
Williams?
Yankees.
Yeah.
Next year is pre-arbitration.
Is what?
Pre-arbitration.
Yeah, so that means
He'll
got at
look
least 4 years
great
left.
in the Dodgers uniforms.
No, they're about to bring salary caps here.
This will be the last chance they have to sign him But they just signed Bybee last year.
Yeah.
You know? You feel like at the moment they signed the wrong of the two guys. But I still think Bybee will be fine. But obviously Gavin Williams has been much better. It was a great performance. And it was listen, that was a great series. To sweep
the Mets on the road.
Yeah. And kudos.
6 games out, 1.5 out of the wild card. I was like, man,
hey,
just a week ago, I was like, it's dead, it's over. And now I'm like, and
they're very much alive right now.
They got to play them, 6 times? The Tigers 6 more times, right?
Even with all the criticism, well-deserved for the Guardians, they once again are playing well. They're only, I believe, a game and a half out of the wild card. I think they're tied with Texas, a game and a half behind the Yankees for the last wild card spot.
I thought your prediction was going to come true.
What's that?
That the Yankees ain't going to make the postseason.
That still might happen.
Hey.
People were calling me crazy in April when I made that bold prediction. I'm standing by it. They got obviously a favorable schedule.
Marlins have been tough, though, man.
Marlins have been good, but those other 3 teams stink right now.
Didn't the Marlins sweep the Yankees?
They did. First time ever.
I don't think it was ever.
It was.
First time they ever swept them in a 3. They might have won a 2-game series, but first time the Marlins ever swept the Yankees in a 3 or more game series. This past week, the Yankees did win yesterday, unfortunately, but it was a really great series. David Fry actually hit a home run, did something. Again, Manzardo was on the bench, which is once again a joke. C.J. Kafis had 2 hits, so he made a nice catch. He's looked good, and I mean he's only played 3 games, I think, but so far so good.
Do you think he ever going to get put back down to minors, sent back to the minors?
I mean, if 3 weeks from now he's batting like 150.
No, I'm just saying, what if he stays like kind of where he's at right now?
Or he's just been pretty good so far? Yeah, I think he stays the rest of the year. On September 1st, the rosters expand from 26 to 28 players also.
So that opens up another spot.
That opens up 2 more spots for players.
And C.J. not C.J. Chase DeLauder is out for 6 weeks.
He's hurt.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play this year. Bazana's been real
so
good.
So that means Big Christmas coming back in September is what you're telling me.
A lot of times they bring up a third catcher.
No.
And they'll bring up one more pitcher. But
who would be the third catcher they call up? Because Fry, it was Fry last year.
Yeah, I can't think of who's catching for them in Columbus. Don't they have a veteran there in Columbus?
I'll look it up. Hold on.
A lot of teams will have a veteran catcher
Juan
in AAA.
Brito?
I think he's hurt too, or maybe he just came back. So,
what's going on?
They've had a lot of injuries. Bazana was hurt. He just came back. He's been.
Dom Nunez.
They might call up him and another relief pitcher.
They should call up George Valera too.
He's probably
they might
too.
At some point. They'd have to get him on the 40-man roster, but I'm not sure their 40-man roster is full. So anyway, that's the story. There. It was a really good series. They're obviously playing a lot better, and you got 58 games or something. What do they got left?
They are
What's their
on
record
the
now?
season. They are 59 and 55.
So that's 114. So they got 48 games left.
48 games left. They're 6 games back of Detroit. They've
all
cut
I
that
need-
from 15 and a half
And all I
down
need
to
is Gabby
6
to
in
get
the last
9.
month and a half. They're 19 and 7 in their last 26 games. Boy, I wanted to ask you one question before we move on here. But if you look at the Guardians' upcoming schedule, you mentioned the teams they're playing, the White Sox, the Marlins, the Braves, the Diamondbacks. Then it gets a little tougher. But this next 13-game stretch for them, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, Arizona, it's a lot of winnable games on the schedule before it turns and gets much more difficult for a little bit with the likes of Seattle, Texas, Tampa Bay, Boston, all in a row. Then you finish the season with 6 games against Detroit in your final 10. Is this next 13-game stretch?
That's going to be crazy. I didn't realize they were playing 6 against Detroit in the final 10.
So it goes Detroit, then they play 4 with Minnesota, then it's 3 with Detroit, and then they finish with 3 with Texas.
They're probably going to
2
have
of their
to,
final 4 series are
my
against
guess
Detroit.
is they're going to have to win at least 4, probably 5 of the 6 if they want to have any chance of winning that division against the
But
Tigers.
before we get there, though,
sure.
this next 13-game stretch, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, Arizona.
Who are they playing the 4-game series against of those teams?
3 Chicago, 3 – 12. I don't know why I said 13.
Okay.
My apologies. 12 games, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, Arizona, 3-3-3-3-3. How many think they have to win before? Just like how important is that stretch then? Let me ask you
Yeah, I
that
mean,
way.
it's big because that next stretch That's going to be very tough because you're playing all really
Texas,
good teams.
Tampa, Seattle, Boston, Tampa.
Yeah, I mean,
that's consecutive
Boston's
series.
playing as well as anybody. Seattle's playing great. Tampa's not been great, but they're still a decent team. That's going to be very tough. I think they got to go 8-4, 9-3 in these next 12. There's no reason they can't do it. The Braves stink. The White Sox stink. The Diamondbacks are a mess. Their bullpen's a total disaster. The Marlins are playing well. I don't think they're a very good team, but I give them credit. They're playing extremely well. So, yeah, I mean, go at least 8-4 in that stretch, and I think you're all right, But it'll be fascinating to see how they do after that against those good teams because they haven't played a lot of good teams during the stretch where they've been playing great. However, the two good teams they have played during this stretch, the Astros and the Mets, they won all 6 games. So
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, let's move on, get to our next topic here, guys. Our next topic is brought to us by Yahoo Fantasy Football, the number one fantasy football app in America. Fantasy football season is here. Fire up the group chats, get your draft boards ready, and buckle up for a season that is sure to be filled with all the crazy overreactions we live for. And it all goes down right here on Yahoo Fantasy. UCSS League is back on Yahoo Fantasy this year, too. Very excited about that. To celebrate 28 years of fantasy greatness, Yahoo Fantasy is dropping 28 big new features over 28 days, giving you more ways to play, more ways to draft, and more ways to win it all. The fun begins on August 4th. Stay tuned and get started by creating or joining a Yahoo Fantasy Football League at yahoofantasy.com/LockedOnNFL. That is yahoofantasy.com/LockedOnNFL. And let's make this fantasy season the best one yet. So when the Browns decided to let Nick Chubb walk and then eventually sign with the Houston Texans, a lot of fans were rightfully mad, upset, hurt by the decision to let one of the franchise's most beloved players leave when maybe he would have been willing to come back. We saw the goodbye video Nick Chubb posted on his YouTube page. We saw Andrew Berry at the Combine kind of hint at this possibility. And then he signed with Houston. And we all thought, second year, coming off the debilitating leg injury that cost him the 2023 season, or 2024 season, this could be the year where Nick Chubb makes his resilient comeback. And early reports out of Houston were, he looks pretty good. However, DeMeco Ryans said something earlier this week that kind of caught my eye. So I'm going to read you what DeMeco Ryans said about Nick Chubb, and I'm hoping Tyvis and Dustin can put this through the coach translator machine and tell us what he's really playing, and if what DeMeco's saying is true, if that may change Browns fans' opinion on how this all unfolds. This is what DeMeco Ryans, the head coach of the Houston Texans, said about Nick Chubb. He said, quote, guys age. Chubb's been through a lot. It's not always going to be the same as his early years in the NFL, but what I hang my hat on with him is that this guy loves football. He's physical. He plays the right way. He prepares himself the right way. Really sharp guy when it comes to the protection scheme. He's on it. He's always been a tremendous football player, especially when he's healthy. So he's still working his way back. Looks like he's in really good shape, and he'll continue to get better. People in Houston, after that first couple days, have said
remember
that Nick
Joe
Chubb,
Mixon's hurt.
Yes,
right now too.
And that's why Nick Chubb's been getting some more of these reps. And DeMeco Ryans said that, and then a lot of people in Houston, a lot of the beat reporters are saying that he just doesn't look like the same player he once was.
Well, guys, we saw that he's not the same player,
But did you think there was a chance he would look at least better than last year?
I mean, I guess maybe a little better than last year, but here's the thing. Maybe those guys didn't, and the people in Texas probably didn't watch the Browns play a lot last year. The Browns stunk.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb was not good last year for them. So what they're thinking is they're getting Nick Chubb that was a Pro Bowler.
Right.
Well, they didn't get Nick Chubb the Pro Bowler. They got Nick Chubb, the old, aging veteran. I mean, it's like, remember when the Browns had signed Willis McGahee late in his career?
Yeah.
And like, Willis McGahee was really good. And by the way, that's another guy who had a bunch of knee injuries in college and in the pros.
Willis McGahee.
We did. And he was not great.
No.
It was Manziel's year, rookie year. They had Willis McGahee, and he was like just kind of an average veteran, didn't do a whole lot. It wasn't the player we saw at Miami, certainly, prior to the injury. It wasn't the player we saw in Buffalo. But that's where Nick Chubb is at this point. I mean, you can see he's still got size, and he's physical, and he's going to be a great leader. I still don't want to tackle him.
Yeah.
And there's probably not many people that do want to tackle Nick Chubb. but he doesn't have the burst. And so to expect him to be able to break, remember the run against the Raiders in 2018?
Yeah.
I mean, it was such an awesome play. I mean, he ain't doing that anymore. He's not outrunning defenses.
No, but don't you think, like, if he were still here, and I, even though I knew there was a chance he'd never be good again, I still wanted the Browns to bring him back. I understood why they didn't, especially after they drafted 2 running backs. But the funny thing is, the thing they're missing right now with the Judkins situation is kind of that short yardage goal line back, which I think Nick could probably still be at this point in his career. Yes, the game-breaking days are probably over, but couldn't he play a type of role that Kareem Hunt's played the last couple of years?
He's probably going to be a guy you want on your fantasy team because he's going to get a lot of 2-yard touchdown runs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Browns need a guy like that right now.
Yeah. Well, everyone needs a guy like that.
Yeah.
That's why he's in Houston.
Yeah.
Who is out? Do we have a big back?
No.
Amani Marshall.
I mean,
What's his size?
6 foot, 230 pounds.
I mean, I don't know how he fits from a personality standpoint, but your boy Zeke might fit nicely.
Zeke's another guy.
He can get score those 2-yard touchdowns pretty well.
And the thing about Zeke is that he hasn't had serious injuries. I mean, he's just had nicks and bumps along the way.
Yeah, his body just been ran down a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave him the ball
he's a
like
workhorse.
40 times in Dallas.
I mean, this whole thing? Yeah. Well, he got that.
He wanted it.
He got that. He asked for it.
Yeah.
He asked
got
for it.
He
Well, I
wanted
want
it.
to ask you this.
Yeah.
And I know you aren't a Browns fan by nature, but for all the Browns fans who were upset over this move, when they let Nick Chubb go, if he's just simply not the same player he was, if he's just not good in Houston, will it make Browns? You think they'll feel a little better about the situation?
I don't because I think most fans wanted him back because you want a player you love to be with your team his entire career. I think most people were realistic that after what we saw last year and his age, and he did get, I know it wasn't the same level of seriousness, but he got hurt again last year. There was another injury, and so he's still got to recover from that, which he still seems to be working through. I just think people wanted him to still be part of the team. So I don't think the fact that he doesn't look like his old self makes you would have been even more pissed had he looked like his old self in Houston. But I don't think it changes anything for fans that wanted him back. It was a sentimental reason that you wanted him back. It wasn't necessarily a football reason. Where it turns out now that maybe he could have helped for a football perspective with Judkins out, but it is what it is.
He for sure could have helped, even if Judkins didn't get in trouble.
Right.
But the fact remains, he's a shell of himself.
Yeah.
Fans wanted him back because he's a guy that you could feel really good about rooting for. You could wear his jersey.
Yeah.
You know he's going to do everything right. It's not a guy that you have to worry about. It's somebody that you just when you have an organization and a team that has been so crappy for so long. He was kind of the one guy outside of Joe Thomas that was a skill position player.
Yeah.
That every time you put on that jersey and went to the ballpark, you knew that you could feel good about that. And you don't have that anymore.
Many years ago, and I brought this up recently.
You got a player like that.
What?
Myles Garrett?
Him.
Who else?
Denzel Ward.
I'm talking about a skill position offensive player.
Offensive. Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, but he's 1 year. I mean, he's got to do it for longer. And fans don't have the affinity for him that they did for Nick Chubb. And here's the thing.
He's a guy that's
but he's also got to prove he's not a knucklehead, too.
He ain't really did anything.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad guy off the field, but I'm saying he's got to. You can't just have one good year for the Browns.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen plenty of one good
David
years.
Njoku is loved.
Not like
like
level.
Nick
No,
Chubb.
he's not. He's not Nick Chubb. Not Nick
It's
Chubb,
funny. I brought this up recently that you weren't here, though. But Dustin and I did a show, I don't know, it's probably 6-7 years
Panini's
ago.
and whatever
in
that
Westlake.
Westlake.
Yeah.
Right
I bought
near
a
the
jersey.
Rocky River Westlake.
It's not open anymore. It's something else now.
It's,
not-
I think.
it's not Panini's anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now.
But it doesn't matter. But it was right there in the corner.
But we did a show where we asked fans what jersey you'd buy. You could only pick a Browns player since '99, and the two players answered the most were
Joe Thomas.
that's
And
one.
Phil Dawson.
Phil Dawson, a kicker.
I'd still rock.
Great kicker.
I'd rock a Phil Dawson jersey today.
Okay, but that was the sad state of affairs. I don't know what year that was.
who
16,
else?
17,
Who else
something
is
like
you
that.
gonna
Earlier.
pick?
Well, that's
No,
the thing.
It was like 14.
If we
15.
did that same show now, Nick Chubb, it would be Nick Chubb would be number one. Yeah, there'd be Myles Garrett, there'd be other guys, but
What year
Nick
was
Chubb
this show?
would be number. I don't know,
6
between
years?
14 and 17, something like that.
Yeah.
It was before. I mean, what was Nick Chubb's rookie year?
18.
18. Yeah, so it was before his rookie year. So, but now you'd have that. Now you have, like, Nick Chubb is the most beloved skill position player since what? Maybe ever. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm.
Since Joe Thomas, right?
Well, skill position player.
Skill player.
Yeah. Since Bernie, are we considering? I know usually when we talk about skill position players, we go running back, wide receiver, tight end, but
hold on.
like Nick Chubb is. Oh, and here's the thing too.
Let me think about this.
There are people that don't like Myles Garrett. There are people that don't like whoever. I have never met a person that doesn't like Nick Chubb. Have you ever met a Browns fan that didn't love Nick Chubb?
What would you not like about him?
I don't know. There's zero.
There's
nothing
nothing not to like.
I don't know what you could point to.
I don't think I can come up with somebody.
No.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, but fans don't have a love for Josh Gordon because you feel like he wasted his career.
Man,
This is
what a waste
sad.
of time.
I think Nick Chubb is the. I mean, he's the best. To me, he's the best skill position player the Browns have had in my lifetime.
And what's funny about it
That
is like
includes Ozzie Newsome, and
you can go to like the sporting goods store right now
Yeah.
and get his jersey for like 75% off. I'd still buy it because you
Absolutely.
can, that's a jersey you can wear to
can wear
to
forever.
the Brown Stadium for another 20 years.
That's right. That's true.
I can't think.
You got
of
nobody.
This is
That's the sad state of affairs.
Okay, it ain't Kellen Winslow, no Braylon Edwards.
No. Certainly nobody since '99 you could even talk about it.
Is there a white receiver that everyone loves?
Joe Juravicious.
Yeah.
He wasn't here that long, dude. I mean,
No.
and he had like one good year.
That's the thing. There's so many of these guys that like Braylon Edwards and all these guys that had Josh Gordon that had the one great year. But Nick Chubb, when he was healthy, was always great here. Always.
Man.
And it wasn't that long,
That's sad.
unfortunately, but
Yeah,
he
bro.
was great.
That's really
For what,
that's
6
pathetic.
years?
7
years?
Yeah.
6 years?
It's got to be somebody
great.
we forgetting.
No.
It's got to be somebody.
There's not, Tyvis. We've done it.
Ozzie Newsome and Amari Cooper, I believe, are the only two pass catchers to have more than 1,000-yard season for the Browns, I believe. That's it.
Yeah.
Ozzie Newsome, a tight end,
Yeah.
who had 1,001 and 1,002, and Amari Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think did
No, because when Amari Cooper did it for the second year, that was a big thing.
yeah, didn't Odell didn't have two.
He only had one.
Jarvis Landry didn't have two.
People love Jarvis.
Yeah, it did, but he had like one good year.
Yeah, and Nick Chubb is a Cleveland Brown.
Jarvis.
Jarvis is not a Cleveland Brown. Odell's not a Cleveland Brown.
Jarvis actually, he was like the person that like turned it though. He like changed
Turned
the
it to
culture.
what?
He changed
He had one speech on Hard Knocks.
He changed the culture a little bit.
A
Did
little
he
bit.
not?
I agree with a
Did
little
he
bit.
not?
I agree with a little bit.
Before him.
Okay.
It didn't last, but I agree with you. I agree a little bit.
Listen, let's not go crazy. Jarvis was really a really good teammate
Yeah.
and a good player for the Browns. But it was like a short-lived thing.
Nick Chubb was more than any other Browns player
The epitome of a
the epitome of everything you wanted in a player, everything you wanted in a person. You felt comfortable, like your kid looking up to him.
Yes.
You knew he was always going to do the right thing, and that's hard in this day and age, in anything, sports or any other work of life, to find a guy like that. And we don't really know Nick Chubb personally. I certainly don't.
No, but I think
Talked to
I
him a
think
couple of times,
I mean,
but like
there's not a person in the world that's ever said a bad thing about him.
never. And I've heard. I don't know how many people have said, I met Nick Chubb and he was so nice and he did this. I know somebody that lived, when he first lived here, he lived in a building right downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew somebody that lived in the same building. He couldn't have been nicer. He couldn't have been politer. There was never any noise from his room. All he was doing was football. And
I bet the guy's never been late in his life.
I looked at. I had to go to the chat. Came
think he's
over
a
with
virgin?
the answer.
Never been late.
I thought you said never been late.
Cut that out. Man.
Oh my God.
We got a skill player.
I bet you're right. He probably has never been late.
The chat helped me out. There was another beloved skill player that played for the Browns.
Eric Metcalf?
Josh Cribbs.
That was the other name that came up when we were talking about
Josh
it.
Cribbs, you're right.
A
He was
special
probably
teamer,
third.
but he's a special teamer.
But Josh Cribbs is more of a special team. He was a great special teamer.
Great special teamer.
But he
Peyton
wasn't
Hillis?
a great skill position player.
Peyton Hillis only had the one year.
1 year. That was the craziest. Of all the one-year
Josh
seasons,
Cribbs was so good that Devin Hester shouted him out in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. The Peyton Hillis one season, of all the crazy 1 years, the Braylon Edwards, the Kellen Winslows, the Josh Gordons, the most unexplainable of them all, the most crazy of them all, is Peyton Hillis. Although, wait a second. I got one even crazier than that. Terrell Pryor getting 1,000 yards receiving.
No, Peyton Hillis was on top of the way. He got on the cover of Madden.
But like Terrell Pryor never did anything.
He was a quarterback.
And he had 1,000-yard season for a terrible Browns team. Double check that, Mike. I think he had 1,000 yards.
He did. Yeah, I think he had like 1,038 or something.
He wasn't even a receiver.
No.
He was a quarterback.
He got paid by
So
Washington,
that and the Peyton Hillis thing, because Peyton Hillis really didn't do much besides that 1 year. But that 1 year, he was unbelievable.
Dude, he ran for 247 yards against the New England Patriots.
Plus, and then the next year, he was
ran the ball like you supposed to.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
1,007 yards. Barely.
That's
but it
crazy.
Counts.
And then,
the rest of his career, by the way.
Yeah.
So 2016 had that 1,000-yard season. 240 yards, 250 yards, 252 yards the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
He had 1,563 receiving yards in his career and 1,000 that 1 year.
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
The crazy thing about Peyton Hillis was the next year, it's like he lost his mind. Remember?
He wanted to be a secret agent, and he missed Charles Bentley's Halloween party.
Right.
He got married on the
middle
bye
of the
week.
season.
Yeah.
It was just like so weird.
I remember all that stuff. That was crazy.
So many
that was such a
crazy
bizarre
things.
year. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then he ended up going
That
to the
man
Giants.
got on the cover. I remember going there. He had like a camp. I feel like I can't remember where it was at in Cleveland. He had a camp somewhere for kids, and I went to it. Like I didn't participate. I was just being a spectator.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why I did that, but yeah. And he was like, and the kids was asking him about being on the cover of Madden and all those things. It was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
He was such a wacky. Like there would be other Browns players that would come on our show, and they would be like,
Strep throat. Remember the strep throat?
"Oh yeah, strep throat. He didn't play because of a strep throat."
And he was out there playing catch before the game, but then basically scratched himself from the game.
He didn't play a game because
the players
of strep
thought
throat.
it was weird.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that was. Oh my God. Did we pull ratings off of Peyton Hillis?
It wasn't like against Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Did y'all rip him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
There was a new Peyton Hillis story every week.
Are you kidding me?
It was unbelievable.
Oh, my
For
God.
strep
I mean,
throat?
we had some crazy meltdowns.
This
He
guy,
actually had a great interview when he came on with us.
he could write a
Great
book,
interview.
though, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he recently, in the last 5 years, saved his nephew's
I know,
life in
and then-
a
from
riptide.
drowning
In a
or
riptide,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting character. All right, Mike, go ahead.
If you missed the interview when he came on with us, it was
Yeah.
about the foundation he started after saving his nephew, whoever the child was.
Right.
He did the interview walking through the forest in Arkansas. And he was all super open, super transparent, honest, was really, really good. It was a crazy interview, but it was definitely the most unique setting we've ever had.
Yeah.
Someone zoom in for us for a show. But we're going to move on to our next topic. If you're out there watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That costs $0.00. Helps UCSS get to everybody out there on the internet, whether they are already a subscriber or not. You hitting that like button takes 1 second and does us a big favor, so we'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button. Tell your friends to subscribe. If you don't follow us on social media already, you should follow the handles you see on the screen right now. It is at Alt Sports on both Twitter and Instagram, and we are the Ultimate Clee Sports Show on TikTok. So if you want some more extra UCSS content, you can find us on all of our social media platforms. All right, guys, we've talked Browns, we've talked guards, we're going to talk Cavs for a second. NBA.com is releasing its top player series, and each day they're putting out a top 10 list for different categories. And yesterday's list was ranking the 10 best players in the Eastern Conference heading into next season. So guys who were injured like Tatum, Halliburton, not on the list because they are not going to be playing next season. Sean Powell is the one who wrote this article.
My cousin.
For NBA.com. Is he actually your cousin, Tyvis?
Not at all. It got to be somewhere down the line.
He could be.
Do you think we'd know it?
Gotta
if
be.
You know.
Well, it would be a dead giveaway if it was like some nerdy white guy.
Like
but
my
he's
cousin.
is he
My
a white guy?
He's a black guy,
My
so
cousin
could
Norman
be.
Powell. That's my cousin.
Yeah. So these are NBA.com's top 10 players
Yeah.
in the Eastern Conference for next season. And I'm curious if you think they got the rankings right, if they got it wrong, who's too high, who's too low. And could the Cavs have gotten an extra player on this list? But 1 through 5, not a ton of controversy. Maybe the order a little controversial, but not the names necessarily. You have Giannis at number 1, Brunson at 2, Donovan Mitchell at 3, Paolo Banchero at 4, and Cade Cunningham at 5. Going 6 through 10 now. Joel Embiid at 6, Evan Mobley at 7, Jaylen Brown at 8, Cat at 9, and Trae Young at 10. I have a lot of thoughts. I want you to go first, Paul.
Why do you do that?
Well, how do you put Joel Embiid on any list right now?
It's Joel Embiid.
The guy is barely plays.
But still, when he plays,
He's a unicorn.
it's Embiid, though.
I don't know. I can't put him that high.
I'm 100% with you.
Yeah, I mean, he barely played. How much has he played the last few years?
Man. Look at that.
I understand
Embiid.
he's great when he plays, but he doesn't win any big games, and neither does Evan Mobley.
He played 19 games last year
Yeah.
and 39 games the year before.
What was his injury?
I mean,
What is it-
52
what
games in
isn't
2
his
years?
I think y'all don't like him from a personal standpoint. On the court, it's undeniable.
I don't have any problem with him personally.
Probably because you think he's soft or something. I don't know.
Well, I do think he's soft.
On the court, it's undeniable.
But I think Evan Mobley's soft too, though. So
on the court, it's undeniable.
when he's healthy, he's a
That's
very good
what we're
player.
talking
Yeah.
about.
I mean, he's a better player than Evan Mobley. There's no debate there. But he doesn't. He's not on the court.
I wouldn't have him in the top 10.
He's played 50 games the last 2 years.
Crazy.
I don't trust him. His knees are healthy right now.
I hear what you're saying on all of that, but if he healthy, you can cut. Y'all can kill that noise.
Jaylen Brown and Karl Anthony Towns are both better than Mobley, and I'd put them ahead of Embiid too because he doesn't play enough.
So would you change any of the top 5?
Yes, the top. I don't. Not for me. I don't know. Let's go back to the top 5, guys.
I mean,
Did you change that?
number 1 is undeniable. The 2-3 thing is going to be a conversation for the rest of eternity because you could switch them to. It could be in any order between 2 and 3. I don't know who's better. I really don't know who I'd take. Like they both.
I mean, Brunson was better.
Like, they
in all
both
these
are like
categories,
that.
except for rebounds per game.
But
doesn't make it better.
But Donovan was doing it by himself. He was doing it.
What do you mean he's doing it by himself?
In the Pacers series, he about won a game
This is the
by
regular
himself.
season.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought this was
Regular
just
season
last
stats.
season stats.
No, that's just the regular
Regular
Oh,
season
well,
stats.
he didn't
Yeah.
get utilized last
Mike,
year.
who are you taking, Dustin? Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Mike,
It's close.
I don't know.
I can't
it is
believe it's
close.
close. I would take Donovan.
are you biased because you're
No,
a
I-
Cavs fan?
See, that's what I'm trying to think too. Am
I
I
don't think-
biased?
I don't think I'm biased because, Donovan's been at this level for longer. Brunson ascended to this level when he went to New York. Donovan was, at this level back in Utah.
Right.
And I think when push comes to shove, for all the talk we have about small guards, right, Bull, defensive
Yeah.
liabilities, I mean, that's Brunson.
Yeah.
Undersized guard who gets abused similarly to how
two
we
things
do.
that I want to say real fast that Mitchell does that I think Brunson doesn't do. One is I think that Spida is one of the best, if not the best, at getting to the rim and getting you a bucket in any given moment. Brunson can get buckets, but he's not as explosive as Donovan Mitchell.
Well, he's a mid-range. He's a
And number 2, Mitchell's never hurt.
Yes, he's hurt.
He has-
He never misses games.
He doesn't miss a lot of games.
Brunson
That's true.
misses games.
Yeah, I don't think Brunson does either, though.
Brunson missed 4 weeks with a sprained ankle, 3 weeks with a sprained ankle last year.
Yeah.
He's a little more injury prone than Donovan. Yes, that is.
I would agree. I would agree with you guys. I would keep Donovan Mitchell ahead of Jalen Brunson. I think it's splitting hairs.
It is.
I mean,
very close, very close.
they're both great players.
I'm
You'd love to
split-
have
I'm
either of them on
splitting
your
hairs.
team. Split those hairs, and we'll stick with Donovan at 2. All right. 4 and 5 is Banchero and Cade Cunningham. Who you take between those two
I
guys?
got no issue with that.
They're both awesome. I don't
Who's
watch those
6?
guys play enough to know the difference.
6 was Embiid, Mobley was
to
7.
argue.
So
I'm cool with that.
Let's go to the next list, 6 through 10.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So this would be my order in this group. For me, it would be Jaylen Brown 6, Cat 7.
You like Cat over Mobley?
Yes,
don't.
definitely.
I don't either.
I just don't.
Carl don't play.
Embiid,
he
I
play
don't know where to
defense.
put Embiid because obviously, if you told me he was healthy, I'd put him 4th, maybe 2nd.
He's second. When he's healthy, he's second.
Right,
Thank
but he's so unreliable.
I
from an
would,
injury
for the sake,
standpoint.
and I'm curious what you guys think
Yeah.
on this. I would have him at number 10 on this list.
Who?
Mine,
Embiid.
Trae Young, huh?
Just based off the
You put him
principle
behind
that
Trey?
Is there an honorable mention by the way?
they did not give any honorable mentions.
That's bullshit.
But
The
I would
Trey
put-
Young hater, you would have him above.
No, I wouldn't have Trey Young. On
Okay,
this.
that's what I thought.
So who would be in? Who's missing that you would have?
Darius.
We'll get to that. And no, but Darius is missing the start of the season, so I don't think Darius. I do think Darius is better than Trey Young, but I wouldn't have either of those guys.
Hot take.
But I think with Embiid, I think he has to be at 10 because when he's healthy, Bull, you're right.
Yeah.
He's number 2 on this list. I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's going to – he might play 20 games this season.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
might play 12 games this season. He's still not healthy, and we still don't even
Right.
know what his actual injury is.
Is Zion on the top 10 for the West?
They haven't released the West yet.
All right, because that's the same thing. I mean,
But Zion wouldn't be top 10 even if he's healthy.
oh, he wouldn't be. Okay.
I doubt
The
it.
West is so loaded, Bull.
Zion's when he's healthy, it's so rare, but he's friggin' awesome.
Would you
He's
trade
in
Mobley
the conversation,
for?
but
No,
Okay.
but Mike, I would have Cat and Jaylen Brown ahead of Mobley. You would disagree with that?
Not Cat.
I would put Brown ahead of Mobley,
Yeah.
especially because this is for next season. No
Yeah.
Tatum. This is Brown's show. Like go. I prefer Mobley's game over Cat's. Cat plays no defense. He's a much better shooter, a better creator from an offensive standpoint. But I would take Mobley over Cat.
I'll take the offensive player.
Oh, Bull, they did just drop the Western Conference top 10.
Oh boy. Go ahead.
You want it real quick?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know who you take. If Trey Young is off, who
We'll
you
get
add?
back to that. We're
All
not
right.
done with the conversation. In the West, Jokic, SGA, Ant Edwards, Luka, Steph is your top 5.
Steph still in the top 5.
Davis,
Of course.
Durant, Kawhi, LeBron, and Wemby, your 6 through 10.
Huh? Wow. LeBron still in the top 10 in the West at 40 years old. That's just we don't really. I don't think we talk about how insane that is. Most NBA players are long retired. Even great ones are long retired at 40. Like the only other superstar I can think of that played to that age in the NBA was Kareem. I think he played to 40,
Jordan
maybe
played to
39.
40, right?
He came back, right,
Yeah,
with
sure.
Chicago.
But still,
and
he
he was
was-
still good, but he wasn't.
Well,
He
in
wasn't this
Washington.
level.
Yeah, Washington.
Washington, not Chicago. He wasn't like this.
No, he still averaged 20 a game, not
Yeah.
27.
No,
or
right,
whatever LeBron
exactly.
averaged last year.
I'm trying to think of out of them 10. I'm trying to think who could
I mean,
be the argument.
Vince Carter played till he was like 42, I think.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
No, he
was
wasn't
just a
LeBron.
Player,
he was a guy off the bench.
Yeah, LeBron's still a superstar at 40 years old.
Yes.
Mike, who was number 10?
Wemby.
Yeah, so you're right. Zion would not. make that list.
Zion's not even in the.
So Evan Mobley is numbers. Evan Mobley wouldn't even be on the top in the top 10 in the
he's
West.
not a top 10 player in the West. No.
So
the
where
only
is it?
the only players in the East.
Yeah.
Like, would you take Tyvis? And this is an honest to God question.
Yeah.
I'm not trying just to start shit.
Luka.
No, would you take Donovan or Wemby?
Wemby.
I think.
What kind of question is that?
I think
For next
Donovan.
season.
It's
For
hard
next
to
season.
compare.
What kind of question is
Here's
that?
what I would
Well,
say.
Wemby's 10 on the West.
Here's what
I'm
I would
asking
say.
How many guys?
Here's
from
what
the
I
East
would say
make
about that. It's first of all comparing a small guard to a 7'7"
Yeah, I mean,
center
yes.
is hard to do. But what I would say is, I think right now today, Donovan Mitchell is a better basketball player than Wemby. But if I was starting a team, obviously I would take Wemby.
I was asking this question because we're looking at the West versus the East.
Right.
Giannis would be in this top 10 in the West without question.
That's it.
He'd be
And
number
that's
one.
That's what I'm asking. Would any other player in the East?
Well, who was 2? Was
Donovan, that's what
Donovan, right?
That's what I'm
is
saying.
Donovan
So
on that
would-
West list? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well,
Let me hear
I need to
7
hear all-
through 10.
Yeah.
If you combine the two lists,
Hold on. Let me hear
hold
7
on,
through
Adam.
10.
Okay, 'cause
Stand-
Giannis
stand
would
by.
be on there.
Stand by. Hang on.
7 through 10.
7 through 10.
Durant 7. Kawhi 8.
I'd take him over Kawhi.
LeBron 9 and Wemby 10.
I'm not taking it. I think the highest to me you could argue for Donovan is if you took who'd you just say?
I said Kawhi.
If you took Kawhi out,
I put him at like 9.
now Giannis is ahead.
Giannis
so you
is
have
3.
the top. You have the top
Excuse
7.
me?
There's 3 best players in like Jokic is 1, and then if you want to take SG Tyvis, we don't look.
Now
at me
you
like
got to
that.
put Giannis 3 right now. Come on.
He's 3 right now. Yeah, he is.
In the league? Yeah.
Y'all sick.
You can't take him over SGA
Giannis,
right now.
I hope you watching this. Clip this. Say this.
All right.
Okay.
God,
Say
here
this.
we go.
for
Well,
the
wait a
season.
second, Tyvis. So we got the top 7 in the West is definitely in. You add Giannis, so that's 8. There's 8 guys. So now who gets those last 2 spots between Wemby, LeBron, Kawhi, and Donovan Mitchell. For me, Donovan does not get one of those last two spots. I would say LeBron is next, in my opinion.
I would too.
9, and then the last spot is between Wemby, Kawhi, and Donovan Mitchell. So who's getting that last spot?
Wemby.
Right now.
Is Wemby cleared of the blood clots?
I don't have
Yeah,
no
he's
idea.
100%.
Yes?
Listen,
Oh,
Wemby
it's on the
could go out
flow.
and average
It's on
27,
the flow.
15, and 5. Like, it wouldn't surprise me.
Wemby, Kawhi, or
Wemby.
Donovan Mitchell.
Wemby.
Dustin.
I would take Wemby.
I can't disagree. Again, I think Donovan Mitchell right now is a little bit of a better player.
Yeah.
But I
can't
If
argue.
Wemby stays
I can't
healthy-
argue against it.
Yeah.
I would take Donovan,
Yeah.
and probably 3 weeks into the season, I'd be very okay switching it if Wemby comes out and looks
Yeah.
every bit what we think he could be.
Who are the best Western players that didn't even make the West list?
Great
Well,
question.
before we do that,
Yeah.
Tyvis asked who'd have in that 10 spot over Trey.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey.
You think he's better than Trae Young?
I am convinced, and would bet a lot of money he's better than Trey Young. Yes.
How would
me-
you bet that?
let
How
me-
would you
hold
know
on,
how
let
you
me-
win that money?
I also like Derek White more than I like Trey Young. Derek White's
White.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
I mean, I'm
You
a
just don't
notorious
like
Trey
him.
Young hater.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
just
don't
don't
like
like
Trey
him.
Young.
Yeah, okay, at least you owned it.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Who else? Who else can I make the case for? Scotty Barnes? No, I don't like Scotty
You
Barnes
need to
enough.
cut that out.
No, I said I don't like. I
You
said
you tripping.
Bam.
I mean, he's reaching so hard right now.
I can hear
he's
the
reaching
Bam.
so hard right now
Bam?
because he hates Trey.
Yeah.
I can hear the
I know
band.
Tyrese
bias is
Maxey's better
shining
than
through
Trey.
there,
It's not
Mike.
close. I don't think.
I
it's
won't,
really
I won't
close.
argue
Would
with
you-
you on that one.
And you said you like Darius over Trey.
I like Darius over Trey. Yeah.
You're in a minority on that.
I think you're in the minority there too. I do.
Does,
On Maxey or
Evan
Darius?
Oh, Darius. Darius over Trey Young?
LaMelo
Yeah.
Ball.
I don't
take
like
Darius
LaMelo.
over Trae Young? No.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Michael Porter Jr.
No.
Is Evan Mobley a top 20 player right now?
Yeah, he's in that
Yes.
17 to 20 range.
Yeah.
Didn't he make all NBA?
Okay, well, wait a second. So
NBA first, second
we
team,
had-
first team?
we had the whole West top 10 is better than Mobley.
Yeah.
That's 10, Mike.
Yeah.
Then you have the top 5 in the East is all better than Mobley. We all agree on that, right? Who in the top 5?
I mean, I think you could argue with Cade's better than Paolo and Mobley. If you wanted to switch Paolo and Mobley, I'll hear that.
Anybody here think
I'll hear it.
think Mobley's a better player than Paolo?
No.
I said I'll hear it.
No.
Okay. So that's 15 guys that are definitely better than Mobley.
Yeah.
Now we got to go to, for me personally, you even admitted Jaylen Brown's better than Mobley.
Yeah, put Brown in there.
So that's 16.
Yep. And say he's in the 17
Now,
to 20 range.
if
Which is right
Embiid
where-
is healthy, he's better than Mobley.
I'm not putting
But you're
Embiid
not
in any.
you're not
I'm
accepting
putting
that
him in
one.
anything,
Okay.
no.
I would argue Cat's better than Mobley. I think you guys took
I'm
Mobley.
taking Mobley over Cat.
How about guys 11 through 15 in the West? Like, who are we talking about? Are any of those guys better than Mobley?
I think you're looking at a group, and they didn't list honorable mentions, so I'm just looking at
Yeah.
the standings and going through the mental list.
Okay.
I think you're looking at a giant list of guys that you can make a case for anyone being in this. Like, for example, Jalen Williams on the Thunder.
Is he better than Mobley?
Is
I would
Jalen
take Mobley,
Williams-
but I'll hear if someone wanted to argue
is
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams better than Mobley?
Yeah.
No, I take Mobley.
Dustin, who are you taking?
Jalen Williams.
AKA Scottie
Mobley.
Pippen with a better
Mobley.
jumper.
Speaking of which, we talked about this yesterday. I wanted your guys' take on this for a
Sure.
second. We'll sidebar. I said yesterday that Scottie Pippen is the most underrated player in the history of the NBA. Buying or selling?
Underrated?
I think he's the most underrated. A lot of people think like Jordan carried him, and
No,
I was watching this interview with Phil Jackson, and this was somewhat early in Michael's career, but he said he didn't flat out say it, but he was alluding to the fact that he thought Scottie Pippen was better than Michael Jordan because his game was more well-rounded than Michael. And if you look at the years where Michael didn't play, Scottie's numbers were crazy.
Listen, you know what's funny? So
Yeah.
the sidebar to the sidebar, and
Yeah.
it got to do with Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
So down at the radio station, they want
Yeah.
me to sit in the one chair. Like how you're in the one chair, they
Yeah.
want me to start becoming a one. And I told them right now in my life, I'm like Scottie Pippen.
Mm.
Why? Because as a 2, I'm like a Hall of Famer. You put me in the second chair, I am the best 2 chair ever. If you put me in the 1, I can do it. I can get us to the playoffs.
Right.
I can't win us the championship, but I can do it.
All right, I hear you.
That's what I think about
So you don't
Scottie
think
Pippen.
Scottie could win a championship?
He
as a-
didn't.
Well, how much? He didn't really have a
I
chance.
don't know.
Yes, he did.
I don't know.
You know what he was doing? He did this.
How many championships?
That's what he did.
How many championships
He knew he needed it.
Did Kobe win a championship without Shaq?
2 of them.
Yeah, he won with it was the POW teams, like the POW, Bino.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, what was it 09, 08, something like that?
10, I think. He beat the Celtics.
They beat
for the last
they beat the
one.
Magic in 08 or no 09. They beat the Magic.
And then they beat the Celtics in was it 10 or 11? Did they back to
The
back?
Celtics got one of those.
Yeah, but they played 2 years in a
Celtics
row.
won in 09.
So then 08 they must have been they got the Magic. 08.
All right, Mike, who are some of the other Western players that could be?
That could be on the list here.
Yeah.
I went through. I don't think anyone else on Houston outside of Durant is at, like, Şengün's not at Mobley's level. He's a good player, not at his level. Austin Reeves and the Lakers,
No.
not at his level. Jamal Murray, not at that level. James Harden, I don't like Harden, so I wouldn't
Harden's
take
a
Harden.
weird one.
Harden,
Because,
if Harden do what Luka Doncic is doing and he dropped 30 pounds, watch out.
but Harden is just like the least clutch player in the history of the league.
I would not. Yeah, I would not.
a bucket
Gobert.
What about some of them dudes for the Grizzlies?
I'm going down. Gobert,
sorry.
not yet. Or he's not
Not
there.
yet.
Golden State, Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
not at this stage of his career. I don't
Jimmy
think
Butler's
so.
not better than Evan Mobley?
No, not at this stage of his career.
Not this stage.
no.
So you think Evan Mobley's in that back end
Well,
of the top 20?
we're getting. There's at least one guy who's going to be better than him. The Grizzlies,
John
Ja
Morant?
and Triple J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Mobley better than those two. Ja, just I don't trust to stay
It is hard to
healthy.
compare a guard and a big man, though.
The Kings have nobody. Kyrie, but he's going to miss most of the season, so he's disqualified.
Come on now.
I mean, if
Devin Booker's better.
we were making a list of top 20 players and said, assume they're all healthy, Mobley's not in the top 20.
I think he's in that.
No, he's not,
Right
Mike,
there.
because Kyrie's definitely ahead of him, Embiid's definitely ahead of him.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, if you're getting
Tatum.
everyone back, yeah, he's in
Yeah,
that 21
if
to
we
20.
assumed health for every
He goes
player.
into that 21 to 25 range then. He slides right back into that 21 to 25 range.
Maybe top,
And I think
maybe
he has
top
the
30.
potential to take another pretty
Can
big leap
He's
up.
got to take that step to where he's an excellent offensive player. He's not an excellent offensive player.
I think he can. And I
He's-
hope
I mean,
it
all
happens.
these other guys we're talking about, for the most part, are excellent offensive players, are they not?
They're at least offensive first players. Mobley at this moment is not an offensive first
Right.
player. So,
All right.
but yeah, basically that is your top 20-ish list. I'd have Maxey at 10 over Trae Young, and I would not have him beat on this list. If I had him, I'd have him at 10 just because of the injury uncertainty. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think that was
All
a
right.
fun
So what
fun
list are they
discussion.
doing next?
What do you say?
What list are they doing next?
I don't know. They've put out some like they had the best one-on-one scores is coming up. I know.
Is
They had their
Kyrie
best
number one on
moves.
that list if he's healthy?
Ooh, if he's healthy,
Probably.
yeah. I mean, he's a magician with the basketball. It's damn near impossible to stay in front of him.
Is Kyrie the best point guard ever at scoring at the rim?
Yes.
A true point guard?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, you got Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
You know, Steph Curry's not
talking about
doesn't
finishing
score
at the rim.
like Kyrie.
Yes.
I mean, Magic.
Allen Iverson's the only close person I could think of. He finished pretty well.
I don't know.
I don't even think,
my brain can't.
I don't know
even
why I
think
didn't
right now.
think of Allen Iverson as a point guard, but of course he was. Yeah.
Of course
I
he
mean,
was. You're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, he played the 2-2. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a big passer.
He's 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Yeah.
What do you think he
Yeah.
was?
No,
he
you know
played
what?
shooting guard too, though.
It's a good point, though.
Because Eric
guess.
Snow ran
I
the
think
wall.
you could put Iverson ahead of Kyrie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you think?
As a finishing at the rim?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I think Kyrie's a better finisher. His,
Mike,
his layups
Is Kyrie the best
unbelievable.
point guard, rim finisher in the history of the league?
Yeah, everyone says him or Iverson.
Yeah.
And like I
Are we
remember
forgetting guys from back in the day, maybe? I mean, Magic.
the Magic was huge. Like I feel like it's a different level of finishing between him and
Magic, the greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah.
Do you,
Point
I think
forward.
so.
He's a point forward.
Yeah.
do you like him better than John Stockton?
Oh, yeah.
Stockton was.
Stockton was great.
He was,
but
he was
He was a passer.
delivery driver. I mean, he was an assist.
Stockton
guy.
was great. You know, Price, those guys. I mean, great players.
No, Magic is definitely the best point guard.
But I think my boy Dennis Johnson is very underrated from those great Celtic teams.
What about Earl the Pearl?
Earl the
Monroe?
Pearl.
Not the one.
But I would take Magic Johnson over anybody. at point guard for me.
When you make your top whatever list, I know
Steph
G mentioned
Curry.
that. Magic's the first point guard that comes up. I understand maybe he's a point forward because he's giant. I mean, Magic is huge, by the way.
I mean, he played point guard.
You
I
take
know
him over Steph
he also
Curry.
played center in an NBA Finals
I
game, which
would.
is crazy.
As great as Steph is, I would take
No,
Magic over
Magic's
Curry.
ahead of Steph still.
You would take Magic over Steph
He
Curry.
just had a more well-rounded game. He did everything.
So does Steph, but he's also
Steph doesn't rebound.
It's a 3-point error.
He doesn't go to the basket like Magic did.
Do you think
He doesn't play defense
do you
like
think
Magic.
I know,
Magic
Steph's a
could,
pretty crazy finisher.
Do you
in his own
think
right.
Magic could stop Steph Curry?
Yes. Dude, he's 10 inches taller than him.
Yeah, but dude, Steph is ridiculous off the dribble. He creates his own shots, and he actually is a little bigger than you think. I don't know, man.
Steph's not tiny.
Steph Curry to me is an all-time. I mean, obviously he's an all-time great, but
Nobody's saying he's not an all-time great. I'm just saying I take Magic over.
He's like a Mount Rushmore guy, dude.
Not for me.
I wonder how many.
I have him higher than most on my all-time.
Me too.
I'd have him on my Mount Rushmore of point guards,
Oh, he has to be.
but not on my Mount Rushmore of NBA.
So who's on your Mount Rushmore? Because we'll blow off
Mount
that.
Rushmore of point guards
Magic.
is Steph, Magic, Isaiah Thomas,
Yeah.
and I'm forgetting
See,
somebody.
my answer to this is controversial.
Put Kyrie on that?
What's
You
that?
put Kyrie up there?
You
No.
probably got to put.
Iverson?
I'm going
I
to say
think-
just from the 80s on, because I didn't see any of the players before that from me. So in the last 45
That's a
years or
good
so.
question.
Steve Nash, Jason Kidd.
Okay, so here's the
Oh,
argument.
kid, yeah,
See,
yeah.
I put Kidd on there.
Kidd,
Kidd's on
Nash,
there.
Stockton, Mark Price is in the conversation.
Was he that good? Was
I'm
he
going
that
Magic,
Mark
Kid.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul's
For
on
sure.
the.
Paul was.
I'm not
consider-
putting Kyrie over some of those guys because
Do you consider Harden a point guard?
No.
I wouldn't put him on there
He's
anyway.
a 2.
Do you consider
And-
Russell Westbrook a point guard?
Yes.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put him on there. Kyrie has been as great as Kyrie is, he's been too injury prone to put him ahead of some of those guys.
He just doesn't have the accolades.
So who ultimately, for
That's
me,
his
since the 80s, to me, Isaiah, Magic, and Curry are definites. And the question is, who's the fourth guy? I feel like we're forgetting somebody.
Kid, Nash, Price, Stockton.
I think I would, of that group, I would go Stockton for me.
I lean towards Kidd, but Kidd was my favorite
Stockton
basketball
was
player
a much
growing
better
up.
offensive player than Kidd.
Stockton was?
Yeah.
Was he?
Are you sure?
Are
wasn't
you,
a great
are you just
shooter.
are you just living in your
I
your
could be.
nostalgia?
Well, I mean, Kidd, it's not like Kidd's that much
They
younger.
said that the only reason Stockton has so many assists is because he had Karl Malone.
Well, yeah, that was a big part of it.
You got to have
Yeah.
somebody to score if you're giving the ball. I mean,
They said they said
Bull,
they were saying
you're
it's
off
easy.
your rocker.
I'm off my rocker?
Yeah, these are their career averages, by the
Yeah.
way.
it's probably staggeringly different.
Stockton played 1,500 games. Kidd played 1,400 games. So
Okay.
big sample size.
Yeah.
For his career, Stockton averaged 13.1 points. Kidd
Wow,
averaged
he
12
did? That low?
12.6. Yeah, so 13.1 to 12.6.
Yeah.
Rebounds, Stockton 2.7, Kidd 6.3.
Wow.
Assists per game, Stockton 10.5, Kidd 9.7. Steals, Stockton 2.2, Kidd 1.9. Efficiency-wise, Stockton was more efficient.
So, Stockton's, everything you said, Stockton's better except for rebounding.
You said a significantly better offensive player.
Yeah,
He
I was wrong
averaged
about that.
half a point more.
That was
yeah.
false
So I'm
memory.
just saying it's closer. He was more efficient, but it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
closer.
I was
Never
wrong
won a
about significantly
championship.
better.
Kidd won a championship. First team All NBA appearances. Stockton 2, Kidd 5. All defensive teams.
This is
Stockton
hard.
5, Kidd 9.
What's the three? What's the? We said Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry,
And Magic.
and Magic.
Yeah.
And who's the 4? That's that's tough. I can't lie.
What
about that.
were their shooting percentages,
That's
Mike?
tough.
From 3, Stockton shot 38%. Kidd shot 35%.
Yeah.
Kidd in his career, though, if you remember, started off as a horrific shooter.
Yes.
Could not shoot whatsoever. By
Right.
the end of his career, ended up becoming a pretty good shooter.
What were their field goal percentages?
51 for Stockton, 44 for Kidd.
And what were their free throw percentages? Stockton was over 90%, I think. Wasn't
Stockton was 83,
Oh.
Kidd was 79.
I mean,
Stockton's
Stockton's
83. I thought he was.
Stockton
90
was
something.
better at almost every stat you gave,
Except,
rebounds.
and not nearly as good defender.
Okay. I mean, it's close between the two.
I prefer kid style. If you want to say Stockton, I think it's splitting hairs.
Are we forgetting somebody? I feel like we're forgetting
Gary Payton.
No, he's not that.
Well, Gary Payton was great. I don't dismiss Gary Payton.
But he's not Mount Rushmore point guards level.
I mean, I don't know that he's not in this conversation with the two guys we were just talking about.
If you're throwing Mark Price in the conversation, Gary Payton's in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Gary Payton was phenomenal, dude. What are you talking about? What did Gary Payton average? Give me his averages.
Yeah, come on, Mike. Pull it up.
Let's go. Be dissing
Gary Payton for his career.
How many games?
1,300.
Okay.
It's a good sample size.
Yep. 16.2 points per game.
Better than both those guys.
3.9 rebounds.
Pretty good.
6.7 assists.
That's much lower than those guys.
46.6% field goal.
Lower.
31 from 3.
Bad.
73 from the free throw line.
Yeah, but look at his defense too.
Defense obviously very, very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, he's right in the conversation with
call him the
Kidd
glove for
and
nothing,
Stockton.
dude.
He's right there with Kidd and Stockton. Mike, you were wrong on that one.
I don't think he's right there, but that's okay.
How is he not right there?
Because I think we're talking like the elite of the elite level. We're arguing who's the fourth best point guard in the history of the league.
Yes,
I don't
and,
think
you're looking more. I think you're looking more at six.
Gary Payton.
I think you got to go with Stockton. I mean, the man does lead the league.
What about Iverson? We're forgetting about Iverson.
What about Nash?
I'm putting Stockton.
I put Steve Nash in this conversation. Absolutely. Here, we got super chats. So I'll do Nash.
Also
I'll do Iverson. And then
4.5 rated tennis player currently.
I still feel like we're
Steve Nash,
forgetting
1,200 games,
Yeah.
14.3 points.
Okay.
3 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 49% field goal, 43% three, 91% from the free throw line, and won 2 MVPs.
I think I'm going Stockton as my fourth. I'm going
And Allen Iverson, 914 games, 26.7 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 42.5% field goal percentage, 31% from 3, and 78%.
I missed the number you just reacted like that.
27 points per
27
game.
Iverson.
Yeah, that's stupid, dude. Stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Iverson might be the answer. Now, he wasn't a defender.
His name was the
I'm about
answer.
to say you just.
He was the answer.
He was the answer. That's right.
All right, we got a bunch of super
Talking about
chats, so
practice,
let's
Mike.
get
I gotta
to
get
the
some
super
Reeboks,
chats
by the
here to
way.
wrap up.
Yeah.
Irv says,
Questions.
is there anything Sanders can do on Friday to jump Pickett and Gabriel?
Is there anything Shedeur could do on Friday to jump Pickett and Gabriel? Is that the question?
Yes,
Yeah.
and we got a bunch of these, so we got to move pretty quickly.
I think they're gonna take it with a grain of salt because it's the preseason game. The best thing he could do is go out there and and play a complete game where he has no mental errors. He's on it. He's doing. If he has to make audibles and checks and adjustments, he can show the team like, "Hey, I'm picking up everything that y'all coaching." He has to take what they've been trying to get him to understand and apply it on Friday. If he does that, he can very well jump because from everything we hear, it's not an issue of who's throwing the ball better. It's allegedly mental. So if he can show that he's handling the mental part, I think he as clear as day. He could jump.
Kirk Davis says,
Oh, let Dustin get a quick comment on that.
What was the question specifically?
Can Shedeur do anything to move up the depth chart in this game?
Yeah, throw touchdowns. Complete passes. Go out and look the part. I mean, he's got a really good arm. When he knows where the ball's supposed to go, he can deliver it on time and accurately. And if he does that, I think people will be talking about this come the weekend.
Go ahead, Mike.
Sorry.
Kirk Davis says the Cleveland Cavaliers meet with the Virginia Cavaliers. That kind of happened with Ty Jerome and DeAndre Hunter.
There you go.
Blue
Pretty good meeting.
Shedorian
It's a sword
says,
fight.
"Go Blue." Michigan owns Ohio State. Ohio State no playoffs this year. DB Dog 21.
That's crazy.
That's no chance.
You're crazy.
DB
They'll
Dog
both be in the
21
playoffs.
says the only reason not playing in the preseason is okay this year is because practice has been more physical. If the practices remain physical, then not playing is okay.
All right.
Okay.
Eric Spicer says, weird hypothetical, but if someone is perfect through 9, but the game goes to extra innings and he gives up 2 sack flies and ends up losing 1-0, is it still a perfect game?
No.
Kirk Davis says, my Yankees not doing well, but we're still going to make the postseason.
I hope not.
Low High says, I grew up skating in Euclid. Sweet to see my go-to for sports have a legend like Manny on yesterday. Bought my tickets for Saturday.
Yeah, he
the
was
land
cool.
is an underrated city. Maybe the new stadium won't be too bad.
I got to be honest. When our executive producer first booked Manny as our guest, we didn't know anything about skateboarding, and we were kind of rolling our eyes a little bit behind the scenes, like who cares and blah 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 blah. We had a great time with him,
Great
and
interview.
he was an awesome interview, and I learned a lot that I had no clue about. And it seems very cool. So
Yeah. Reggie the Bug Glover says, does anyone remember when Does anyone remember
I
Michael
like what you got
Jackson?
going on.
I think he wore number 1.
Michael Jackson.
What?
The basketball player?
No, the football player.
I guess the football player.
Oh, yeah.
wore number 1.
I think there was a Michael Jackson basketball player, too.
James Mace says Jalen Brunson at 2 is insane. Kirk Davis says, dang, Mike, why you hate Trae Young so much? I just don't think he plays winning basketball.
Mike's a hater.
Don't think he plays winning
Hey.
basketball.
Yeah, that's
James
Cavs
said,
have done a
Tyvis
ton
and
of winning when it
Dustin,
mattered, Mike.
where would you put, what'd you say?
I said the Cavs have just done so much winning when it matters.
I didn't say, listen, Trae Young is,
Yeah.
whatever, we don't have to get into it. I've been over it before.
Yeah.
James May said, Tyvis and Dustin, where would you put Kobe all time?
3.
As a point guard?
He's
No,
not
just
as
overall
a
in
player.
your-
as a-
put him as 3 all
as a
time?
player?
3.
Yeah, it's batshit crazy.
I mean, I love Kobe. I do. I would put him top 5.
Is he in your top 5, Mike?
No, I'm not even 100% sure he's in my top 10.
Who's in your top 5? Besides LeBron and Michael.
LeBron.
You're knucking futz, dude.
Wilt. Magic. And then 5, I have a couple guys that you could pick and choose.
Man.
All right, I got to stop the YouTube stream. Don't
I
go
would
anywhere.
not have Kobe at 3.
Don't go
but-
anywhere. We're keeping this rolling.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. We got extra super chats.
So no
Kirk
overtime
Davis.
today because we're going to just keep going.
We got a million of these.
Yeah.
Kirk Davis says, Bull, you sound like Shannon, how he breaks down top lists, making excellent points.
Thank you.
James May says Steph Curry's the greatest point guard by far.
Sorry, why would you say that to him?
What? What is Tyvis cracking up about?
I'm not sure.
I made a funny joke.
What did you say?
Oh, he said
I
I'm crazy
I
for.
said you're knucking futz.
Oh, yeah.
And he's dying.
How is like a 3-year-old sometimes?
Yeah.
In like an endearing way.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Josh says trivia time. Who scored the first ever 2-point conversion in the NFL?
First ever? I have no idea.
How would I know? Well, I'm
don't
going to
know.
guess that I wasn't alive for it.
No, there weren't 2-point conversions until
No, like in like the 90s.
semi-recently.
Like 90s.
I don't remember what year. Who was it, Mike?
I just looked it up. Tom Tupa of the Cleveland Browns.
What year was
Buckeye.
94.
that? 94, yeah.
Buckeyes.
I would have never guessed.
Buckeyes.
94, you said?
is that the
I
year
was
you were born?
born, yeah.
So were you alive? You must have been. When's your birthday? The
February.
summer, right?
February.
Oh, February. So you were alive that fall. Go ahead.
We got 3 more. James Henry sent us a super chat with
Man,
no
I
actual.
graduated high school 5 years before Tyvis. Jeez. That's nuts.
James May says his Mount Rushmore of point guards: Steph, Magic, Isaiah, Kidd. Honorable mention is Stockton and Westbrook. Kirk Davis says, where would you put Steve Nash? And the last super chat says, you guys are forgetting about Oscar Robertson.
That's it.
What we said.
But I did say from the 80s on.
Yeah.
I said that. Then not that everybody has to follow that. So I just didn't see Oscar
It's a
Robertson
different
play.
era. Like,
Yeah.
basketball eras are so
Yeah, but the 80s
Different.
and,
No,
and now is very different.
modern era, but it's all with, like...
To me, Bird and Magic started the new era of the NBA.
Exactly.
I just... Who did I say? I said Stockton was my 4th. And
Yeah.
y'all saying Nash, he says Kidd.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm saying Iverson.
That 27
I'm
points
saying
per
Iverson is
game
my 4th guy.
Ridiculous. Like, wow.
So I'm officially going Iverson. You're officially going Stockton.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know if I'm official.
Mike, are you official on Kidd?
Yeah, I think Kidd by the slightest of margin.
Mike denigrated the great
With-
Gary Payton.
with-
You
with-
going with Gary Payton?
As my best?
Yeah, you're 4th best.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going Gary Payton after you insulted
Yeah.
him, Mike.
Just because.
You do know
because
Stockton
Mike,
leads the league in the NBA history of assists and steals.
he's amazing.
I know.
He's an unbelievable player.
He's certainly right
Unbelievable.
there.
Unbelievable.
But that 27
But I'm
points
all
per
about
game,
offense and-
that 27 points per
Insane.
game is crazy. And he took them to the finals, and
Well,
they
if
won
you
a
care
game.
about stats like that, then Russell Westbrook should be on your Mount Rushmore, and he's clearly
Dude,
not.
Allen Iverson took
No.
teams with nobody to the finals as a 6-foot point guard.
He only went once to the finals, right?
Yeah, once.
He went once, yeah.
He went once.
Well,
with
Stockton went twice.
who do they have? Stockton had Malone.
Dikembe Mutombo.
He had Eric Snow.
He did have Eric Snow. Dikembe Mutombo.
Mutombo was good. He
Yeah,
wasn't
McKinley.
anywhere close to Karl Malone.
Yeah, it's a weird year. Iverson was awesome.
Yeah.
Iverson's incredible. We're talking about the greatest point guards in the history of the league. Like, none of these dudes are bad.
Yeah. I mean, we're debating.
I'm gonna go Stockton, man. I'm gonna go Stockton.
Nobody made the argument for Kyrie, by the way.
He don't have accolades.
We sort of said
Too injuries. Too many injuries.
Too many injuries.
I mean, if we talking about like one game, like one finals game,
he'd be in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm taking Kyrie all day long.
Clutch factor, like big time. Yeah, all day, dude, all day.
But the thing too with Isaiah and Steph and Magic is they were at times the best player on their team. Like, when's Kyrie been the best player on his team? I mean, he was when they sucked, when the Cavs sucked. When they were the best player when the team was great.
I mean, it's not his fault he played with LeBron James.
I'm about to say, he went toe-to-toe with LeBron.
Right, but he's never been good when he's been the best player. Like, the team's never been good when he's been the best player on the team.
The Mavs were solid this year.
Mavs were good.
But he wasn't the best player on the team.
This year?
Well, they had Luka for most of the season, did they not?
He was not the best player on his team this year.
What about after they traded? What about when he went to the Celtics?
Well, then they had Anthony Davis.
Who they had with the Celtics? Was Jason Tatum?
Yeah, I mean, he was.
But he wasn't Jason Tatum, though.
He was the.
Yes, say it. Go ahead and say it. He was the best player on his team.
What did they do? They didn't do anything.
No, they disappointing.
He's never like gone on a big playoff run as the best player.
No, he has not.
Magic has. Steph has.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas did. Okay, let's look at it from that perspective. Steve Nash was the best player on Phoenix.
They never went nowhere.
Stockton was not the best player on Utah.
No, Carl.
Allen Iverson was the best player on Philly.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd was the best player on Brooklyn
or
New Jersey at the time.
New Jersey Nets.
Gary Payton was the best player on the Sonics.
Who?
Didn't the Nets have Vince Carter?
When the Nets went to the finals.
Not when they went to the finals, no.
Who did they have?
Did the Nets go
was
twice
Richard
or
Jefferson
once?
there?
They went twice and got swept twice.
They got crushed in both of those. Yeah,
was Kmart there?
Kmart was there, yeah.
That stadium was a arena was
the Izod
dump.
Center. That's where I fell in love with basketball.
Yeah, it was dump, man. It's a terrible arena.
It was a terrible
no atmosphere
arena.
At all.
And we doing this for point guard.
They lost in the first playoffs, in the first finals, to the Lakers, and then to the Tim Duncan-led Spurs.
I hate to hear y'all centers Mount Rushmore.
We got 2 minutes?
We'll do it. Yeah, 2 minutes real quick.
All right, so since the 80s, so no Bill Russell, no Will Chamberlain.
Shaq, Olajuwon.
Well, can we have Kareem? Or is
Kareem, yes.
Kareem's
still really good into the 80s.
Kareem, Shaq, Olajuwon.
And Duncan's a power forward. He's not a center.
Dwight Howard.
No.
Well, Jokic is.
Jokic. Never mind. Jokic.
Is Giannis a center?
No, he's a power forward.
So Jokic is definite. Hakeem is definite. Even though I'm down on Shaq, he's definite.
Why are you down on Shaq?
Because Shaq should have been a better player.
No, he was an amazing player. You're down for the free throws.
You got to stop.
He should have shot free throws.
That's the only thing that you haven't beef with.
Yes. I love Shaq, but he should have been even better. If he had shot underhand, he would have been probably the greatest player ever.
Dude, he's the best center I've ever seen.
I'm saying, this man.
So
was
who's
dominant.
in the conversation? So
I think it's those. I actually don't think it's close. I think it's those four. And
who was the fourth? Shaq, Jokic,
Olajuwon, and Kareem.
Oh, and Kareem, yeah.
Patrick
If
Ewing?
we took out Kareem, if we said
Patrick Ewing,
no.
Okay, Patrick Ewing's better than Dwight Howard any day of the week.
David Robinson.
Oh yeah.
David Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Why you? Wait a minute. You not going? You remember Dwight in the Magic?
He's not as good as David Robinson. So.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm just saying, no.
Dwight
I
was
don't want
incredible.
him to just. I don't
Dwight
like
was incredible for 7
I don't
years.
like the way Bull just diminished it
Patrick
like
Ewing
that.
was amazing.
All I'm saying is Dwight with the Magic was unreal.
You know what's crazy to
for
me?
7 years until his back got hurt.
You know what's crazy to me about Patrick Ewing? It's a weird thing. Even though he played in New York, I think he's one of the most underrated players. You would think a guy from New York is never going to be underrated. He's underrated, man.
He is.
First of all, the guy was one of the best college players I've ever seen in my life. When he was at Georgetown, it was unbelievable. And then he was just great every year, and they were consistently deep in the playoffs. They never won a championship, obviously.
I just found something real quick. We'll wrap it on this. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
So if this is the article from 2020.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago on ESPN.
Yeah.
It was ESPN's basketball writers back in 2020.
Yeah.
They ranked when the NBA did their 75 years, 75 best players.
Okay.
Well, they made their own list of the 75 best players of all time.
Yeah.
2020. We were having the point guard debate earlier. You
Yeah.
want to see how close all these guys are ranked?
Yeah.
And this is ESPN, just
All right, go ahead.
one group. But
Yeah.
35 all-time, Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
32 all-time, James Harden. 31 all-time, Isaiah Thomas. 30, Steve Nash. 29, AI. 28, John Stockton. So we were arguing,
Yeah.
which goes to show it really comes like personal.
Didn't have Mark Price there. You didn't have Gary
Yeah.
Payton there. Where were they?
Price, nowhere near here. I don't think he made the.
He didn't
all
make that
70.
list, no.
So he doesn't belong.
Did
in the
Gary
conversation.
Payton make the list?
What about Gary Payton?
I'm
Yeah.
looking for Payton.
Payton
It's
should be on
split
the
into
list.
split up by tens. Gary Payton was 53.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 53 to 28 were the range of all the guys.
So,
we're
dude,
arguing.
we're splitting hairs on
Yeah.
all-time great players.
Right. What about the centers, Mike?
Where was Magic?
Magic
top-
was
top
Magic was
five.
top 4.
Okay.
What was their top 10 at the time?
I got to scroll. They did this in a stupid way.
Just go to the beginning. Let's just do
Well,
the top 10, then we'll
they
wrap
have
up.
it in like 4 different pages. Is my point.
All right.
Here, I gotta go back.
Jeez.
10 was Shaq.
Yeah.
9 was Kobe.
Yeah.
8 was Duncan. 7 Larry. 6 Wilt. 5 Magic. 4 Bill Russell. 3 Kareem. 2 LeBron. 1 MJ.
I got no problem with that.
Who's the problem with that?
Kobe number 9. You guys might have a beef with that. Where's Jokic now? That's another topic for another day. We'll see you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Later.
on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. I actually won't see you tomorrow.